Hey, welcome back to the bakagaijinshow. I'm your lovable rascal of a host, Zeke Freak, and with me, as always, is my inefficacious co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
Sure, I'm that word. Maybe.
Yeah. It's just another way of saying ineffective.
I'm not that word.
Oh, really? You're ineffective, or should I say, inefficacious at understanding inefficacious.
Okay, maybe I am that word.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe I am that word. Okay.
Yeah. And joining us again is friend of the show, now frequent resident of the third chair, keeping that nice and warm, our good friend Serodin.
I do keep it nice and warm.
Yeah. You're a...
hello everybody. How you doing? This is Serodin.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping the chair warm with his magnanimous rumpus.
Yeah.
And that's about all I'm good for, so I'm not sure why you're listening to anything I have to say, but
yeah.
Thank you to Zeke and Kevin for having me on again.
No problem. I didn't want to say anything in person, but your rump, truly magnanimous.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot of Chinese food to sculpt a rump like this.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty good. Oh, just remind. Kevin. I have a weird problem.
You do.
Because
there's a pill for that, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is different. This is something I haven't told you about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I've been reading Strike the Blood.
Okay.
And there's one point where a character, Yukina's like old roommate, Sayaka, who is like, it's like that totally not lesbian trope where like she's like completely fixated on Yukina. At one point in the book, she describes Yukina as having a magnificent golden rump, and I can't get that description out of my head. It's really impacting my enjoyment of this series, because every time she shows up, I'm just thinking about how she has a magnificent golden rump.
Totally not gay. Totally not lesbians. Totally not.
No, but it's like it's just such a fucking cringe wording.
It's so.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Whoever was translating that had fun with it.
Oh, I know exactly who translated it, because they put their name in the beginning of the book. It was Jerome Baroque, I think, or something. I don't know how to. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name.
Well, but Jerome, I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah, yeah. But now we all have to suffer the consequences.
It's like that phrase now lives in your head rent free.
Yeah, I'm like. You've made her less sexy to me now. How did you even do that? So that's the struggle. That's what as you can tell, my life is full of very real, tangible problems.
Very real, very tangible, very, very important problems.
Yeah. This is honestly the worst thing to happen to anyone.
Yes, yeah, nothing worse has ever happened. Never watch the news, ever. Never talk to another human being for the rest of your life, and you will believe exactly that.
Yeah, I just, you gotta believe this is as bad as it gets, But anyway, 100 people have died since we started this podcast. Just want to let that, somewhere in the world.
I appreciate that information.
Yeah. Someone dies every 4 seconds.
Yep.
Oh, There goes one.
Yep. Oh, and another.
Damn. We're on a
flies.
We're on a roll today.
They are dropping like flies, man.
Reminds me of that joke from Billy and Mandy, where Grim frequently reminisces about the French Revolution. It was it was basically a party for him. Yeah,
it was. It would have been.
It was hectic back then, man.
It was hectic back then, man.
Yeah.
Also, why is he Jamaican? Why is that Jamaican?
He wasn't going to be originally, but they just. In fact, the actor was actually going...
Or Haitian, because they say that over there, too.
No, the actor's Jamaican.
Okay.
But, apparently, I think if I'm remembering correctly, they were going for Scottish, but they just liked his natural accent better, so they just kind of went with that. And
well, it's certainly left an impression.
Yeah, good decision, honestly.
I mean, it makes Grimm one of the more interesting and iconic voices of Cartoon Network. So I
agree. Yeah. Much better than the two kids who were, I mean, Billy is just like every energetic cartoon character ever made, and Mandy is literally just Angelica.
Mandy is more so Gaz than Angelica.
I don't know what that word means.
I feel like that's an insult to Gaz.
It's from Invader Zim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show that got hyped to the point where I never ended up watching it.
It's a good show.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. About 4.5 trillion times.
I know.
But
the funny thing about that comparison is Kevin. I've told you before about how Gaz gets significantly lighter in the comics.
Yeah.
So like just moving further and further away from whatever Mandy-esque image there could be.
Yeah. Gaz. Yeah, and that characterization ended up kind of bleeding over into the movie.
Yeah. Anyway, though, welcome to the Bakagaijinshow. This is the show where we talk. Anyway,
yes.
Yeah. No descriptors.
Out of all the talk shows, this is certainly one of them.
Yeah, the most ostensible anime podcast, honestly.
Right, where we talk about American cartoons for the first 20 minutes.
Sometimes we talk about American cartoons the entire time, so be grateful.
We have done a 5-hour podcast on Gravity Falls before. Don't tempt us.
We did that. I think that's our longest episode.
It is.
Yeah. I wonder. This is a lot of work, but I almost want to go back and do like a running tally of like times we talked about anime versus times we talk about Western cartoons. I feel like it's probably like close, but I feel like cartoons might have a slight edge.
They might, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are Baka Gaijins. Jesus, talking about Gaijin anime over here.
Look, we like animation, no matter where it's from. One day I'm going to get Kevin to watch the weird French. Yeah, one day I'm going to get Kevin to watch the weird French cartoons I like, and then we're going to cover all our bases.
Hey, watch some of Code Lyoko.
I was thinking more Wakfu, but that works.
Okay, Wakfu I am kind of interested in, so like there's some basis there.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just fans of animation as a whole, and fans of really what this is. The Baka Gaijin Show experience is really just we're fans of things, and we just talk about whatever. I feel like that's our identity at this point.
Yep,
we're just hype men for ourselves,
our interests, the things we enjoy.
Yeah, this is a very, very masturbatory podcast when you think about it.
A little bit.
Lovely. That's a word I needed to hear today.
Yeah. So, Kevin.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Well, on the subject of anime.
Oh?
I woke up early this morning because Discotech Media had a panel at Anime Boston, and they did live Twitter updates, so I woke up early to check that out.
They always do.
So, some interesting stuff that they announced, and they will be apparently announcing more at Otakon in July.
Yeah.
But what they have announced today, they have Planet With, which I tagged you in.
Yeah. I like that show.
Yeah, they have Planet With. That's coming to Blu-ray. Blu-ray includes clean opening and ending, promo clips, alternate finale episode with different music cues.
Is that all that's different about it?
I have no clue. I would have to look it up. But
I haven't heard about that. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a different cut of the finale episode on the Blu-ray. So
interesting.
If you're interested in Planet With, check out Discotech's Blu-ray. It's gonna be good. They also announced they have a new Lupin the Third movie, Dead or Alive, which that one's interesting because it's the only Lupin the Third movie directed by the original manga creator of Lupin the Third, Monkey Punch.
Yeah.
And the entire reason why he became the director is because the movie was already in pre-production and they had like a set-in-stone deadline due to like merchandising and licensing things. And they needed a director, and they approached TMS approached Monkey Punch like, we don't have anybody who's willing to direct this movie, and production is kind of a mess right now. Will you do it? And Monkey Punch was like, okay. Like, he hemmed and hawed for a while, but he eventually took the job. But
did he have any experience directing films?
No, he did not. He was strictly a manga author and illustrator.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this turned out to be an unequivocal disaster.
Actually, it's generally considered to be one of the better Lupin the Third movies. A little messy, but like pretty good. Pretty good overall.
So what you're saying is that directing a film is easy and anyone can do it. And
No.
it's not even really a skill.
No. Anybody can make a movie, Kevin. It's just, can you make it well? As Ralph the Movie Maker says, if you want to make a movie, just go make it. It doesn't have to be good. I mean, we have Neil Breen out there making films. We have Tommy Wiseau out there making films. There is literally no excuse.
Is he still making films?
I mean, he is making film. One.
Yeah, I didn't know he kept making. I didn't know Tommy Wiseau kept making films.
I don't know. I don't know if he's still making stuff, but
I'll look that up. Kevin, keep talking. I'll look that up.
But yeah, with Dead or Alive, Monkey Punch did have a lot of support from different people within the TMS studio. Like, a lot of the story was kind of guided by the screenwriter. Monkey Punch only really wrote and designed the opening and ending sequences. A lot of the stuff in the middle was kind of guided by the screenwriter. And it helps that Monkey Punch had a really strong production staff to help him, through the directorial process. That said, he absolutely fucking hated the experience and said he said he would never do it again. And well, considering he's dead and he's never directed another movie since, yeah, I'd say he followed through on that.
So Tommy Wiseau has an upcoming film that called Big Shark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an upcoming horror drama film directed and produced by Tommy Wiseau, written by Greg Sestero, who also wrote for The Room, I believe, Isaiah Laborde, and Tommy Wiseau himself. 3 firefighters, Georgie, Tim, and Patrick, must save New Orleans from a killer shark.
Oh, lovely.
Principal photography...
I cannot wait for this film. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Principal photography began February of 2019. It wrapped 2 weeks later, so lots of filming got done. It was scheduled for its world premiere at the Prince Charles Cinema in September of 2019, but was delayed in July of 2020. He said the film will be released soon before scheduling its release in 2021. As far as I could tell, it has still not been released, so I guess you gotta wait for the right moment to capture the hearts and minds of the world with Big Shark.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Also in Lupin news, they are releasing Lupin the Third versus Detective Conan TV special on Blu-ray. This one is going to be an upscale using AstroRes, which is a service that they've used on a few titles now. They were originally going to use it on Project Echo before they found the film elements, but they've used it on one of the shorts included in Memories, Magnetic Rose. They're using it for the entirety of Digimon Adventure, and that looks really good. And now they are using it for Lupin versus Detective Conan. It's gonna be pretty good.
Doesn't Lupin have a gun?
Yes, he does.
I feel like he's gonna win. I feel like he's gonna shoot that fucking kid in the face.
Did Lupin really shoot a kid? I don't know if he'd actually shoot a kid.
Okay, the original manga Lupin might shoot a kid.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the roots then.
They licensed Aho Girl, which is going to get a limited release.
No, is that Aho girl or Aho girl?
No, Aho, like.
Okay,
stupid.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, important distinction.
Yeah, they have Aho Girl, and they're going to release that on a limited run Blu-ray, only 1,500 copies.
Damn.
They licensed a Sonny Chiba movie, Shogun Samurai. They licensed Beelzebub, which that's going to come out on SD Blu-ray.
That'll be neat.
They have some updates on the Urusei Yatsura and Project Eiko movies. They're releasing Season 4 of Symphogear Axis. I
cannot wait for that.
Yep.
For those of you playing at home, Symphogear is like one of my favorite animes of all time. Kevin and I were talking about this the other night. Symphogear is anime in its purest form. Zero fucks and it's completely over the top and amazing.
Yep. They're releasing an old 1960s anime movie from Toei called The Flying Phantom Ship. The production staff on this movie is interesting. It is based on a story by Shotaro Ishinomori, the creator of Cyborg 009 and Kamen Rider. It features animation and mechanical designs by Hayao Miyazaki, well before he became famous. And it's directed by Hiroshi Ikeda, who was a producer and general manager at Nintendo about 20 years later.
Damn.
That's sweet.
So, this is an interesting movie in terms of its production history and, like, the people involved in it. So, I kind of want to watch it just based on that. It's one of the weirdest staff lists I have seen for an anime. And finally, they announced that they have the Virtua Fighter anime from the late 90s. And the reason why this one is actually a big deal is because, if I remember correctly, Media Blasters released the series back in the early 2000s, but they only got 24 episodes in, and this is a 35-episode anime. Yeah. So the final 11 episodes have never actually, like, the final 11 or 12 episodes have never actually been released in English before. Like, there aren't even fan subs of the last few episodes.
Yeah.
And Discotek is going to be releasing the entire series on Blu-ray.
Now that got me thinking about things that didn't get complete releases here, and now I was thinking, man, if Discotek did a complete subbed release of Mare, I would actually might be all over that.
I mean, they're looking into stuff from around that time period, so if Viz doesn't have the license to it, Discotek could pick it up.
I mean, Viz did have the license. I don't know if they still do.
I don't think they do. They haven't done anything with Mare in like a decade.
That doesn't mean that they don't have the license, though.
True. They might just be sitting on it.
Yeah, okay. But if it comes down between that and getting the Shauna novels rescued, I'm going with the Shauna novels.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. But like even like an SD Blu-ray of like all of Mare, I would totally be interested in that. But side note, I just want to point out, I posted it in the lobby chat, Tommy Wiseau's signature. I like how the first half looks like an actual signature, and the second half looks like he just gave up and started scribbling.
Tommy,
it's a signature.
Yeah, in the lobby chat, I posted it.
It's Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, Tommy was. It almost looks like Tommy Wiseau.
It does.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shine!
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
But yeah, I believe I mentioned it last, I believe I mentioned it last episode, but I was, keyword there, looking into an apartment.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna look into other apartments on Monday.
You didn't tell me this. They denied you?
Yeah, they denied me based on what they refer to as insufficient income. Even though even though I did my own math and I can afford it, fuckers. But
you were so sure of yourself last time I talked to you about it.
Yeah, so the way that they denied me was a fucking dick move, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Did they do it over text?
Worse.
They did it over Telegram?
What happened? What went down was they contacted me about how I got denied for you've been denied based on a lack of income, and they asked me do you have any other income, or do you have any other income, and I'm like, would I be able to sign up with another person as like a guarantor to make sure that you include their income on top of my income, just so that there's insurance that everything gets paid. And
Never heard the word guarantor before, but I like learning new words.
Yep. And he was like, okay, let me talk with our area manager to see if that see if you qualify for that. And he said, give me 30 minutes. I will call them up and I will do that.
Sure. Yeah.
I call about 40 minutes later, giving him some leeway.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am on the phone right now with the area manager. I will call you back in just a little while. Mind you, it's 3:30.
Sure.
And their office closes at 5.
Sure.
So I wait until 5:45 or so. Sorry, 4:45, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wait until a little bit before closing so that I'm, not being a massive dick and calling 5 minutes before they close.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. He's not he's not calling me. He's not giving me an update. So I call at 4:45. Ring, click, call drop.
Sure.
Motherfucker hung up on me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I didn't qualify, and also these people are assholes. But yeah.
So they didn't actually tell you that. You're just assuming that.
Considering that they clearly don't want to talk to me and they haven't gotten back to me since, yeah.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
So yeah, I've written that place off anyway.
Right.
So I'm just gonna look into other places, see if I can find a better deal. But yeah, that happened and it fucking sucked. I've been playing a little bit of Mario 3, but I've kind of stalled on that because I haven't stalled, but I'm going through it bit by bit because damn, that game is hard.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, Mario 3 is much harder than Super Mario World. Super Mario World isn't exactly a cakewalk, but Mario 3 is much more difficult.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I did watch some Ninja Warrior on Pluto TV because G4's back, and they have their own Pluto TV channel. They played a Ninja Warrior tournament that I have not seen.
Yeah.
They're finally adding new Ninja Warrior tournaments that I haven't seen yet.
Nice.
God, I forgot how much I fucking love Ninja Warrior. That is legitimately one of my favorite TV shows ever.
Yeah.
I would argue Ninja Warrior is the ultimate competition show.
Hmm.
It is purely a test of strength and skill.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I don't know, that and classic Iron Chef for me.
Oh god. Yeah, they have an entire channel for Iron Chef on here too.
Yeah, yeah.
Classic Japanese Iron Chef. Yeah, I fucking love Iron Chef too.
I mean, the Japanese, they're great at many things. And competition shows are absolutely up there.
Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, between Ninja Warrior and them having a whole fucking channel based around Iron Chef, I've been having a great time with that. About the only thing that's not great about Pluto TV is that it is a linear TV service. So
yeah.
They do have an on-demand section, but I don't think episodes of Ninja Warrior or Iron Chef are on demand. They simply live stream them.
Yeah, yeah.
And there are commercials, but hey, that gives you pee breaks.
Probably a cheaper license that way. Well, I mean, like with regular streaming, you can just pause it. You can have a pee break whenever you want.
Exactly, yeah. But like honestly, I'm not gonna complain I'm not gonna complain too much. It makes for some like good casual viewing.
Yeah, sure.
And that's really down to what it is. Like I enjoy it just because it's good casual viewing. If it happened, like if Ninja Warrior happens to be on, sure, I'll turn on a few episodes. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been fun. Just revisiting both of those shows. Been watching Spy Family. Need to watch the new episode today.
Of course.
And I will remember to do that today. I swear.
All right. Yeah. Also, at some point soon, I said I was gonna watch Made in Abyss for season 2.
Yes.
And we're gonna do an episode on season 1 of the movie. And you said you were gonna rewatch that, so you gotta do that at some point.
Yeah.
Although you have like a month, so whatever.
I do. Yeah. Absolutely gonna rewatch Made in Abyss. I think you can just get like a free trial on High Dive and just binge the whole thing. So.
Why can't I use your Hideout account?
Well, it's not my High Dive account.
It's already being shared once. You can't share more than once. That's the rule. That's the hard rule.
So what you're telling me is I have to murder the hypotenuse.
No.
Yes, you have to pull a Forest of Nemi on people.
Yeah.
And if
whatever that means, I'm in.
I was gonna say, if you get that reference, I'm going to consider you the most cultured human being alive.
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah. I can watch season 1 on. It's still on Amazon Prime, but the movie is exclusive to High Dive.
Yeah, and that's like the only downside of that is that if you want to watch the movie, you gotta go to High Dive.
Yeah. I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need High Dive access for Danmachi season 4 too. At this rate.
I mean, at the very least, High Dive is only $5 a month, so it's barely.
Is that not
anything.
getting any ownership by Sony? Danmachi season 4.
I don't. I think they said this is going to be exclusive. This one.
That's interesting. The other 3 seasons did really well on the other platforms, so
yeah, but like
they're not throwing money at it. Interesting. They did just make a good acquisition though, so that I guess
I could look that up. I think Crunchyroll started announcing their summer licenses already.
Yeah.
Summer 2022 lineup. No, it's the spring. God damn it. No, I already clicked it. Stop loading that page. That's not the page I want you to load.
Wrong page.
Yeah, so that's good.
God damn it!
Yeah, riveting podcasting, just waiting for web pages to load.
I know. Excellent. This is
Honest-
prime content.
Yeah, on a similar note, I got a shitload of books in the mail.
Oh, yeah. I was actually about to ask what you were doing, so.
Yeah, my shelf is I need a new shelf, but I was gonna get a $35 one from Target, but they ran out by the time I wanted one. So
damn it.
I gotta find a fucking shelf. I'll send you a picture of my fucking bookshelf. Like, I'm just stacking shit in front of it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm just stacking shit in front of it at this point.
Yeah, you showed me what your shelf looks like before you started stacking shit like right in front of it. So yeah, you don't got a lot of room right now.
No, I've got I'll post this picture in the lobby chat, but yeah. So I got a bunch of Danmachi, and then a bunch of ReZero. So. I said I don't think I've said on the show, but I'm focusing on collecting 4 main series at this point.
Yeah.
Just to stop being insane. So I'm focusing on ReZero, Danmachi, Mushoku Tensei when I can, and Excel World, because that's what I already have the most of, and they're like things I already know I like. But you can see from that picture that like I'm just stacking shit in front and like around shit. It's getting bad. It's getting desperate.
Yeah. A few days ago, you and I were talking about how far you were getting into Demon Souls, and you brought up how after Elden Ring came out, Soulsborne games stopped going on sale on like PSN.
Yeah, and Steam and everywhere else. Yeah.
And you mentioned how you can still get the games for pretty cheap if you look for like physical copies or whatever. And you went on Mercari, found a really cheap listing for Dark Souls 3 with all the DLC, and you were like, "Oh, damn! I wasn't expecting to find a good deal that fast on this game. Fuck. Okay, I'll buy it. Thanks, Kevin. When I did nothing,
you prodded me into this purchase with your being there."
Look, you're the one who brought up Demon's Souls. You're the one who brought up Elden Ring. You're the one who looked it up. It wasn't me.
You're the one who wanted updates. You're like, Siegfried Soulsborne arc, let's go.
Yes.
You asked for updates. Don't blame me when I talk to you about it.
I'm not. I'm blaming you for blaming me for buying things.
This is fun. This is fun. You guys ever want to tune into a podcast and just listen to the hosts yell at each other for like 30 minutes? This is like Meet the Press, but like... Or not Meet the Press, this is like the McLaughlin Group, but like for like nerds. This is great.
It could be better. It could be better. We could bring up our cinnamon roll debate.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
No.
Look, here's my thing about cinnamon rolls. I have apparently just never had a good one because all of them are stiff and doughy and just way too sweet. Whereas everything else on that list, made correctly, just melts in your mouth and isn't terribly sweet. It's more like, it's sweet, but it's not like super sweet. And you can control the level of sweet on pancakes and waffles and French toast because you can choose not to add powdered sugar. You can choose not to add fruit. You can choose to go light on syrup or light on butter. But cinnamon rolls, it's not a cinnamon roll without a crap ton of sugar and cinnamon in it. And then they always make them too big. I'm not a huge hater on the small cinnamon rolls, but the gigantic ones, just too much, too sweet, and too doughy for me. That is my reasoning, and if you don't like it, then go fuck yourself. I mean, then it's okay. Then it's okay. You have an opinion. That's fine.
You're fucking insane, and you're all fucking insane, and you don't know the glory of a fresh fucking out of the oven, just drizzled the glaze on it cinnamon roll.
I mean, I do. I just don't think it's as good as the other three things when they're freshly made, or as satisfying.
I'm not even like.
I need like a 2-gallon tub of 2-gallon bottle of water afterwards just to like wash it down.
Oh, you guys are babies, fucking babies.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like, I'm just look. All four are good options. You know, like there's no easy choice there. But you're presenting it as an easy choice, which makes me angry, and I don't like your reasoning because it's so easily defeated.
All right. Yeah. Well, I can only speak to my personal experience, and my personal experience is, pretty good, and yours sucks, so that's okay.
I'm mostly arguing with Kevin, who relented, by the way, when I brought up the biscuit argument, because there's not much difference in density between a biscuit and a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, but a biscuit is savory and I don't know, thick, doughy, and savory works better than thick, doughy, and sweet.
You guys are fucking crazy.
All right, you can say whatever you want, man. Don't make it true.
You put liquid fucking sugar on bread, and you're like, no, this isn't sweet. This isn't sweet at all.
That's not what I said.
That's what you're acting like.
That is a whole different sentence, my dude.
I brought up the science. There's literally more sugar.
I am not talking about science.
There's more sugar in the syrup.
You can control how much syrup you put on it.
I gave you Are you saying you're gonna get less than a quarter of a cup for a stack? No, you're not. Don't lie to me. Sure, if you put a fucking dab of syrup on there, but we know you're not gonna do that. I gave you a very conservative estimate of syrup for a stack of pancakes or waffles or whatever. Okay. And even that had more sugar than your average cinnamon roll.
I'm just of the opinion that cinnamon rolls work for the bourgeoisie, and I don't want to support them.
You are cinnamon rolls are a working class fucking breakfast. It's just one singular thing. You pick it up, you shove it in your mouth, and you work at the lumber mill. Okay, it is a working class breakfast.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Can you eat the other? It's the only one of those 4 options you can eat while standing and walking. Okay, it contributes to an active lifestyle. Are you gonna eat French toast on the go? No, you're not. So not only is it not as calorically dense, which I've proven with science from an esteemed nutrition website, but it's also the only one you can eat while moving.
I was not expecting this guy to have, like, so many strong opinions about
You can eat a
cinnamon
granola bar.
rolls.
You can eat a granola bar on the go. That doesn't mean I'm going to choose it over pancakes any day, given the option between the two.
Insanity.
You can be salty all you want, man. I'm just telling you, pancakes, waffles, and French toast are far superior. You can have your opinions, but they're allowed to be wrong too.
I'm a Serodin on this one.
Let us know in the comment section what you think. If one had to go, is it pancakes, waffles, French toast, or cinnamon rolls? Let us know.
I guess we can just go back to that tweet.
For your answers.
I guess we can go to that tweet and see what the QRTs say.
Everyone says pancakes for some fucking reason.
What?
I don't know why.
Right, my friend said pancakes too, and I said I want a divorce. We're not even married, but I want a divorce. So,
now I'm angry about that.
Yeah, see, that's worse. You have to understand that's worse.
Is it worse?
Which one would you remove? Which one would you remove, Zeke? I'm curious.
The French toast. I
Mm.
removed the French toast. I think I don't enjoy. How do I put? I mean, they're all good. Let's get that out of the way. Like this is deliberately made to be a difficult choice.
Yeah.
For you,
but
it's difficult.
I think.
Indecisive.
Yeah, well, I just enjoy the structure and texture of pancakes and waffles more than French toast. There's also more you can do with them, you know? Like, you're not going to put, like, cream and berries and shit on French toast, but you can do that on a waffle or pancake, you know? You can also bake shit into it that you can't with French toast, like pancakes, like, you know, chocolate chip pancakes or blueberry pancakes or what have you. Or like cinnamon apple pancakes. You know, there's a lot of variability in there.
You haven't been hearing any static
like,
on my end, have you?
A little bit.
Oh, god damn
a little
it.
bit, yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that.
But like French toast mostly just kind of is what it is, and it's good. But like I feel like you have more options with waffles and pancakes, and of course I love my OG, the cinnamon roll. You know, I come from a line of like my my grandfather actually has like a family cinnamon roll recipe that gets passed down the male line, and like I am like the inheritor of his cinnamon roll recipe. So like cinnamon rolls are a part of my culture.
They're part of my heritage, man.
They kind of are because I have
that's
like
understandable. You have a soft spot for them.
Yeah, we have a family. Now, granted, that particular cinnamon roll is like a dry, like a pack-in cinnamon roll. It's not like the classic like glazed baked sort of deal. But I love that too. But like you know, I have an appreciation for the cinnamon roll. It's what I get at Perkins when I go to Perkins with my grandparents or something.
Yeah.
You know? If not one of their giant oversized muffins, which are also great. You know. Now, yeah. So
I haven't been to Perkins in so long.
I haven't been either, but I used to go like around middle to high school. I used to go to Perkins all the time. I think it's because like where I used to live in Duluth, Minnesota, there's Perkins like in a lot of convenient locations. Whereas there's like one Perkins here, and it's like one of those. It's like off a highway, and it's like, you know, unless you're like already like on that highway in that direction towards Toledo, you're not gonna like go out to go to it.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, the only reason I asked,
and who wants to go to Toledo? So you know.
Yeah, the only reason I asked if I was having any static is because I'm seeing like the black dot, and when I'm completely quiet, it kept like spiking a little bit. So I had to ask. I think I fixed it.
Sure. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. But anyway, what I've been doing is so I've told Kevin about this, but I'm planning on. I'm basically focusing on reading Danmachi at this moment, and I want to. I have two plans. Either go past where season 4 will adapt, or get up to what season 4 is adapting and read along with the season. In either case, that's a lot of reading ahead of me because I'm partway into volume 6 right now, and to get to the end of season 3 is the end of volume 11, and then season 4 will likely adapt 12, 13, 14, which is what I have now. I have up to volume 14. I just got 13 and 14 today.
Yeah.
So that's a lot, and I have until like July 22nd to do. I'm just, a lot of static right now, Kevin.
A lot of static, by the way.
Okay, all right.
It sounds like a fucking arc reactor.
Yeah, let me see something. Hold on. You guys keep talking.
Right. So yeah, so I gotta read that. I only have a few weeks to do that, so that's a lot of reading ahead of me. But I'm also not giving up. I'm halfway through Mistborn: The Final Empire, and I want to keep reading that. And then I've also been rereading. I bought that Bone box set, and I've been reading Bone. So I just finished volume 4 of that yesterday. Kevin's still gone. That's fine. That's cool. Yeah, so that a lot of reading on my docket, but enjoying that.
Okay, I'm trying something else.
Okay, you're kind of quiet.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm trying to. Yeah, I switched it over to a different USB thing, and it's only at like half volume for some fucking reason. It's really weird.
Yeah, could you turn that to full volume?
I don't know why. I can certainly try. Keep talking.
Okay. So I guess I'll talk about other things then. So in terms of video games, I've been going through Demon Souls. I beat the Leech Merker, I forget his name, the Leech thing in 5.1, and then I also beat the Man-Eaters in 3.2. And so now I believe I'm about halfway through. I think I've beaten 8 of the 16 bosses. And it's going pretty well. I got the lava bow. It's nice.
You got the lava bow.
Sits on fire.
I actually know very little about Demon Souls. I started playing during Dark Souls 3. My sister played Dark Souls 1 and 2, and I watched her have a miserable but wonderful time with them. And then when Dark Souls 3 dropped, she'd already moved out of the house, and I decided to get Dark Souls 3 to try it because I remember how much fun she had with the game. And I was really in the mood for a fantasy RPG, and then I was like, man, this game's really tough, and I'm not sure I'd like it. But then I realized that it had a lock-on system, and this was basically Zelda for big boys, and I was like, I like this game a lot now.
I mean, and that's one way to look at it.
It became like one of my favorite. It became my favorite game of the year, and then my favorite game for a long time. And now I'm enjoying the hell out of Elden Ring. But I have never gone back to play Demon Souls.
Which one was your favorite of all time?
I mean, Elden Ring's DS3, but like everything's more. So I probably like Elden Ring, but DS3 was like my favorite game for a while. Yeah, I was on like New Game Plus 6, I think, and I had done like 10 different builds with that game.
Yeah. So, Kevin, you figure out your situation?
Yeah, it's gonna sound quiet to you guys, but I think I got it to a point where it's going to sound just fine on the actual recording, so don't worry about it.
Okay, well, I can crank up your user volume. Hold on.
Yeah, do that in a little bit.
Yeah, say words.
Hello, Kevin. My name is Kevin. Hello.
Yeah.
Words.
Okay. Yeah. At 200%, you sound fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but let's fucking go. Okay.
Let's follow the sage wisdom of Soldier Boy, and crank that.
Crank that, Soldier Boy, yo!
That was an excellent thing that you just said, and I have zero issues with it.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, and then of course, KO the Kangaroo reboot came out yesterday, and I bought that, and I've been playing that. I play like a level and a half of that. Fun times. Very solid so far. Platforming throwback, and weirdly the awkward Polish to English script and mediocre voice acting give it a weird charm. Particularly with there's a lot of like outdated references here. It's actually like weirdly charming, you know, to hear a cartoon kangaroo reference Duke Nukem's catchphrase. It's interesting. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, we're both still here, man.
Okay, yeah. Just being very quiet. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah. Am I forgetting something? No, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. And then my own projects and such, but that's basically it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Serodin, what have you been up to?
So this last week I've just been working a whole lot. And I'm about to, like I said, on the last podcast, I'm going to be heading to Germany pretty soon, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And I actually just got the notice a few minutes before the podcast started that the individual I'm going to Germany to see is I just got accepted into the meet and greet event for that thing, so I'll get some one-on-one time with her, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, you were flipping the shit.
Oh yeah, she's a personal hero of mine, so being able to actually get to talk to her one-on-one is going to be amazing.
That's fucking awesome.
Like if I hadn't have got that, like a couple thousand people probably applied. I don't know how many people applied for the meet and greet, but a lot of people did, and only I think about 30 people are going to get the time to talk to her. So the fact that I was this lucky is just beyond insane.
Yeah.
Just insanely good luck. So yeah. I'm super excited about that. Germany is going to be an awesome time. And I actually leave this Wednesday, so I will not be able to do podcasting next Saturday. And then the Saturday after that, I'm going to a wedding in Detroit. So I won't be able to do that either.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
But I'll be back after a couple of weeks, and I'll have lots of stories to tell after that's done.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm so excited. And then I've just been casually... Exactly. I've just casually been catching up with like Shield Hero and stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all
been going good.
At Star Wars Celebration, Giancarlo Esposito said about Baby Yoda, "I will squash that little green bastard."
Why was he there?
I don't know.
He just gets invited to places now. It's weird.
I guess so.
Also, why was there a celebration? Like, why was more shit announced yesterday than on May the 4th?
I have no fucking idea. May the 27th be with you.
Yeah. They announced the sequel to Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor.
Yes, I did see that. That looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, I still need to play the original, because isn't it just Sekiro with lightsabers?
It has a very Souls-like structure. I got like halfway through it. I should probably finish that at some point. Yeah, pretty good game. I'm looking forward to the sequel. And then interesting, they also announced Coder 2 for Switch with a restored content DLC, which I'm assuming is going to be identical to the very popular restored content mod that most people say like the game like is only worth playing with that.
Like,
so I'm assuming
restored content. Like, what kind of content is being restored?
Stuff that was cut but like left in the code.
Okay.
There's so at the last minute they made some somewhat severe cuts to the last stretch of Coder 2 to streamline it, but a lot of that stuff was still in the files. So
yeah,
fans restored it with a mod, and I'm assuming that that's kind of what this restored content DLC will do, because people are so used to playing Coder 2 with that content now that I feel like they probably just realized, well, we can't really sell this again without including that.
Yeah.
So yeah, even with that, there's still a lot of stuff that was cut out. Coder 2 had a ton of cut content, basically like almost every Obsidian game has. But
Yeah, it was developed by Obsidian, wasn't it?
Yes. Also, in related news, Spiders claims they want to reclaim old BioWare's throne, which is, if you know anything about Spiders, is hilarious. But I wish them the best of luck.
Hey, good luck, guys. I'm
What kind of things have they produced?
Spiders made games like Bound by Flame, The Technomancer, and Greedfall.
Greedfall was like super mid, wasn't it?
Some people really like it. Some people I haven't played it yet. The thing about Spiders is that they're kind of like the Eurojank RPG developer.
Yeah.
But they've had like a steady progression of improving over time. Like I played one of their first games, of Orcs and Men, which was a co-production with Cyanide Studios, who went on to basically take that IP and make the much better Styx games. But that game is super fucking unfinished and janky. And then, but like Spiders is interesting because like they have a lot of big ideas, but not a lot of budget, which is basically the hallmark of Eurojank.
Yes, like Stalker, which is one of my favorite games.
Yeah. But every RPG Spiders releases gradually has gotten better, and they have another one coming out very soon called Steel Rising, I believe, and then they just announced Greedfall 2. I would love to see them reclaim the old BioWare throne in terms of reputation. I think that's a lofty ambition, but if fucking Spiders can do it, then that is a redemption
Spiders can do it,
story.
then we have to ask. No, you're absolutely right. But like, if Spiders can do it, I have to ask, like, why aren't other companies doing the exact same thing if it was that easy to claim that throne?
Well, apparently it's not easy because it's taken them this many games to get good. But yeah,
growing pains, baby steps.
Yeah. At some point they'll get the experience and the talent and hopefully the funds to make a game that actually fulfills their ambitions. Yeah. Frankly, I'm more excited by the rumors and the hiring postings that hint that Cyanide is making a third Styx game. That's what has me more excited personally. Which is not an RPG, but I want more Styx. I want more Styx in my life. Yeah. So that's been your European developer update for the week. And then fucking the Obi-Wan series premiered yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes are out.
I haven't heard anyone really say anything about him. Are they based or cringe?
We don't know yet, apparently.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they know. You just haven't. We haven't seen.
Yep.
We haven't. I heard that when Hayden Christensen walked on a fan panel, he walked up and he just said, "This is where the fun begins," and everyone lost their fucking minds.
Yeah, it was actually an official panel for the Star Wars Celebration, and he did say that, and everyone was like, "Yeah, boy!"
Yeah, Hayden Christensen takes his role pretty seriously. I really liked hearing that he binged all of Clone Wars and Rebels and really liked them.
Yeah, he decided to binge all of Clone Wars and Rebels specifically to understand where his character canonically is by the time we get to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a lot more commitment than a lot of actors would give. So, especially ones that have been out of it for so long.
Yep.
Yeah. I think they're both like invigorated that like there's a newfound passion and appreciation for the work they did all those years ago. So that's nice to see.
It is, and I really do appreciate that.
Yeah. Star Wars,
it's occasionally good.
Star Wars, it is occasionally good.
ATSTs, ATATs, ATSTs.
I clapped when I saw it.
I know what that is. Fun. It's fun times in Star Wars land. It just befuddles me that like they didn't announce a whole lot on the 4th, which they usually do. But then I don't know, May 27th was just the day apparently.
I guess so.
Yeah. So somebody responded to me and said that this is actually closer to May 25th, which was the release date of A New Hope. But like it's still the 27th, so that doesn't answer my question. You know. Yeah. Although I guess it is frustrating for some people that like instead of celebrating the actual anniversary, they celebrate a pun. A pun that happens 3 weeks earlier.
Lol.
Yeah. But what can you do?
Look how funny I am. May the 4th be with you.
I mean, it is amusing.
Sorry, I'm just emulating every hardcore Star Wars fan ever right there.
Of course.
I clapped when I heard him say that just now.
Funny!
I know what that is.
What the fuck?
Anyway.
What the fuck? Shit.
Yeah.
My thing with Star Wars is I am willing to give it anything a chance, but the writers they've been choosing are really good about broadcasting the tone of what they're going for from the first episode. Or from the first, 5 minutes of the first episode. So, for example, Mandalorian. Pretty sweet. Brutal opening. Kind of hardcore. Goes back to the old, Western-style bounty. Goes back to the old Western style in space that Lucas was originally going for.
Yeah.
And then and then there's the Last Jedi, which is, let's make I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Can you hear me? Good. Can you hear me? Good joke. Literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Hold on. We got anime news. Hold on.
Oh, do we?
This was just.
But I want to yell about Star Wars. Go ahead.
Yeah, this. I didn't see this. This was just posted 5 hours ago. I hadn't seen anyone talk about it, but they just confirmed both Konosuba Season 3 and an anime adaptation of the Explosion on This Wonderful World spinoff.
Yeah. Cubate the Third mentioned that in DMs to me, and that's exciting. Looking forward to that. Woo!
Yeah. Finally, they have what they so wanted.
At long last.
I'm just looking through. I forgot I was supposed to be looking through the news for the Damachi thing. Also, they announced an Anya Nendoroid that looks great.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm just going back through the damn. I know they talked about the summer lineup. Jesus fuck, where is it? I can't find it.
No.
I swear they talked about it. I hate their website.
Yeah.
There's no filtering for shit.
Yep.
Everybody on Twitter right now, and by everybody I mean the 30 so people that I have that are mutuals that are also fan of this particular person are congratulating me right now. I never win anything from raffles, so this is just unfucking believable to me that I got this opportunity.
Hey, congratulations, dude.
Congratulations. Yeah. I worked so hard writing pressing a few buttons on an internet browser. I worked so hard.
Hey, I know a thing or two about pressing buttons.
Me too. So anyway, back to me bitching about Star Wars. No, Star Wars is really so. When I'm watching Star Wars programs, they're really good about telling you exactly the tone that they're going for in the first couple of minutes of the movie/show. So it's usually I can tell by the end of the first episode or by the end of the first 10 minutes whether or not I'm going to like this piece of media. Rogue One, loved it. And I knew I was going to love it from the first 5 minutes. Last Jedi, didn't like it, didn't like the first 5 minutes, knew I was going to hate the entire film, ended up being correct. And I was looking for reasons to like it, and I could find very few. And then The Mandalorian was something I enjoyed, so I'll probably be able to tell with Obi-Wan within the first episode whether or not I'm going to like it, because it's all about tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not going for the Western or the war, or if you're not going for the hardcore Western or for the hardcore like war story, then what the fuck are you doing being Star Wars?
True.
This ain't no comedy.
So I can't find their summer lineup, but I did find they're now announcing what Funimation titles they're adding to their service like in advance. Like they just did like a thing where it's like, here's what's coming at the end of May and in June. And man, are they going slow with it.
Oh really?
Is Data Live season 4 airing right now? And I've just missed it.
Yeah, it's airing now. Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta watch that. It's my favorite kind of trash.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta watch it. It sucks.
No, it does suck. It does. It's trash, but I love it all the same.
Yeah.
It's a very goofy show, and it has no business taking itself seriously. But
yeah, it's
a very fun show.
So from Funimation's catalog, coming to Crunchyroll on May 31st. May 31st. A Certain Scientific Accelerator dub, Hellsing sub and dub, Hellsing Ultimate sub and dub, Hinomari Sumo dub, Kakuryou Bed and Breakfast for Spirits dub, Katsugeki Token Rambu dub, Psychopath Seasons 1 and 2 sub and dub. I'm surprised that wasn't added yet. Restaurant to Another World Season 1 dub, Stars Align sub and dub, Shachibato President, It's Time for Battle sub and dub, Warlords of Sigdrifa sub and dub. See, I cannot believe some of these shit. This is really throwing a wrench in my theory that like they're going based on numbers. Because it just feels random at this point.
To be fair, Shauna is a much older catalog title, so...
I'm not even talking about just Shauna, I'm talking about a lot of things.
Yeah.
June 7th, Blue Reflection Ray sub and dub, Super Cub sub and dub. That rhymes. Artifueta Season 2 sub and dubs. June 14th, Our Realist Hero Rebuild the Kingdom sub and dub, Pretty Boy Detective Club sub and dub, and then on June 21st, No Guns Life sub and dub, that's a good one. Kami-sama Kiss sub and dub, and Radiant dub. Which I thought the Radiant dub was already on Crunchyroll, but I guess not. But like, yeah. I don't know. Because then I guess at that point they're adding like 2 or 3 shows a week at that point. So I guess that's not too bad. It's gonna take a long time for them to get all the Funimation stuff on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Can't fucking find the summer lineup. I'm so pissed.
Well.
No, well, I'm not giving up. That doesn't mean I'm gonna hold up the show for it. I'm just saying I'm not giving up.
Okay.
Yeah. I really hate how when you go to the next page of news, they'll like insert some of the top news from like today or like on top. What the fuck is this website? Like I keep saying repeated news because I'm like going to the next page, but then they'll put like previous pages news updates on this page. Why would you design a website this way? I've already seen that news. It was on the first page.
So here's the thing about web page programming. All of the good web page programmers get picked up by companies that are trying to sell you shit because they can pay top dollar. And then anything that's supposed to be utilitarian or functional or news based, they pay second dollar, so they get the second best or the worst programmers. So all of their websites are trash as far as the design goes. But Amazon works every time.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth of it. And this is coming from some friends that I know that work in the programming sector. Also, because of those friends that I know who work in the programming sector, this is why I hate Apple products. Because Apple literally prevents them from doing their job 90% of the time.
Yep.
I also want to point out that they have a press release tab for their own press releases that they have not updated since 2019.
Oh my god.
Are you telling me like there've been plenty of like I feel like there should be a distinction on this site between like news stories from just around the industry and like news stories from news from Crunchyroll themselves, but there just
should be, but there isn't.
There should be, and you'd think there would be with this distinction between top stories and press releases, but they're not using the press release tab anymore. It's all just being thrown into the stories tab. God, this site sucks. Fix your fucking shit. Anyway.
We finished bitching about Anime News Network and their terrible fucking website. Now we get to bitch about Crunchyroll and their terrible fucking website.
I mean, to be fair though, ANN's website, like, it works.
It does.
You know?
It's functional. It's at the
I
very
can
least
browse
decently
it.
designed.
The database is actually probably one of the better anime databases.
It is. It's a really good database.
Even when they were like at their most shit editorial wise, we're always like, but we go there because the database is good.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a good information resource.
Ah, my foot fell asleep. Fuck.
Wake it the fuck up.
I am waking it the fuck up.
I mean, do you really need your foot for a podcast? Honestly, let's be honest with ourselves. What is your foot done for this show, lately or ever?
It gets me out of bed to get the coffee.
Has he ever stuck it in his mouth before? Has he
No.
ever done that one? Foot and mouth syndrome? Okay.
Okay, yeah, no.
There's still time.
Yeah. It's time for me to shove my foot in your ass.
I'm gonna break my size 15 boot off in your ass.
I feel like creating a Red Foreman parody account and just replying to random conversations with how I'm going to stick my foot in their ass. I feel like doing that.
Just go Arlie Army and ask them to choke themselves.
Yeah.
Choke yourself!
I feel like doing that. That sounds like fun. Just trolling people as Red Foreman from That 70s Show. Anyway. Kevin, that's a first segment if I've ever heard one.
I think that's a good first segment.
Yeah, I mean, I could go on, but I gotta piss, so, you know, we're not going to.
Yeah.
Alright. So stay tuned for the next segment of the Bakagaijinshow. Hi, welcome back to the Bakagaijinshow. Kevin sounds like shit now.
Yeah, it turns out my my replacement microphone is breaking again. I should just get a different microphone altogether.
Yeah, you need to get a replacement microphone.
I need to get a replacement microphone for my replacement microphone. So yeah, I am now working off of my headset microphone, which is significantly more muffled.
Yeah.
But
it works. It'll work.
It's functional. It's fine. It'll work.
Yeah. Although I want to humble brag for a second. Since we started this podcast in 2014, we're all going to subtle reminder we're all going to die. But also, since we started in 2014, I've used the exact same microphone for this entire time. I want everyone to know that. And Kevin has gone through, I think, 3.
I have gone through 3 different microphones. I had a previous microphone that I lost in a move. And I have had 2 different replacement microphones from a company called Tonor, which clearly...
I don't fucking know that brand.
Clearly, Tonor isn't working great for me, so I'm going to have to replace my microphone again, but I can't do that right now, so here we are. Yeah, so for at the very least, the next month and a half, you're going to have to listen to me sound like this.
I'm sure all 4 to 5 of our listeners are going to be immensely disappointed.
I mean, I'm immensely disappointed, and that's what matters.
I'm immensely disappointed in you too, buddy.
Yeah, but you're immensely ecstatic because you get to sound better than me for once.
You know what? Man, I have so many conflicting feelings. I'm like Clank in the 2016 Ratchet and Clank reboot. I am experiencing many conflicting feelings.
Yeah.
Great writing, by the way. This is the place of my creation. I am experiencing many conflicting feelings.
10 out of 10, absolutely just jaw-dropping.
You can't just have your characters announce how they feel. That makes me feel angry. I just want... Look, if Futurama never came back, that would have been the last note they went out on. And I'm going to be honest, great line to go out on.
Yep.
I keep forgetting it's coming back next year.
It is. We got a new season. John DiMaggio's back. Let's go.
Everybody's back. I'm back, and I never even left.
Everyone is here.
I'm here in spirit. I have so much spirit.
Yep. Thank you. You're really you're really invigorating me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling like
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not here to invigorate you.
Damn it.
I'm here to shitpost it with the speed of 1,000 rectums.
Can't we just have a genuine moment of camaraderie, just for once?
No.
Okay. Yeah. This isn't that kind of pussy show. Get out of here with your feelings.
Do you realize what kind of podcast you have started, sir?
Yeah. Oh, damn. I just realized. Facts don't care about my feelings. I guess last time we were praising Elon Musk for a bit for some reason. So, we're staying consistent-ish.
The elongated muskrat.
I really fucking love I forget what that meme is called, where it's like you say something and then like a right-wing guy is up behind you, he's like, yeah, that's right. He's like, nah, get the fuck away from me. I'm not on your side. It's like that all the time up in this bitch. All right. So y'all know what fucking time it is. It's time for the Reddit dive.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yep.
Let's go make fun of people on the internet. Let's fucking go.
You know what? That is what we're all about. Anime, never met her. Okay. We're here to make fun of people.
Anna.
Yeah. There was actually a there was a joke when I went to summer camp, because there was a woman who owned like an estate across the lake at my summer camp, and her name was, I shit you not, Annie Mae.
That's hilarious.
I remember you mentioning that, yeah.
Yeah, that was the house of Annie Mae. And many a joke were had about that. We should get her on the podcast. This elderly owner of a random lakefront property in Minnesota. I've requested stranger guests. You have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's start off with a small Tifu.
Oh, just an itty bitty little baby Tifu.
Yeah, just a little tiny Tifu. Today I fucked up by playing a gross prank in my high school. I, 16 male, the perfect time for gross pranks, and a friend thought it'd be funny to be a funny prank to pour a gallon of pig manure into the trash can in one of the classrooms in my school.
Stop. What?
A gallon of pig manure into the. Where do you even get a gallon of pig manure? sort of a senior prank, except not as seniors. And he works at a pig farm, so he had easy access. So he handed me a big jug of it.
Okay.
I snuck into class early, held my breath, poured it into the trash, and ran off. And it had a bigger impact than I thought. Kids refused to enter the classroom at all, and even the adjacent room was evacuated and they had to shut it down. Sadly, I was caught, and instead of an out-of-school suspension, the proposed punishment was a one-day in-school suspension. Really, 1 day for that? Man, your school rocks. But in the same room that the trash can had been moved to. A small, rarely used storage room disconnected from the rest of... Never mind, that explains it.
They just give you 1 full day of that.
I begged my parents not to allow that and to take me to the suspension instead, but they wouldn't budge and said it was very fair. I truthfully said I didn't know how bad this prank was. I'd never been around pigs. I thought they would have just gone, ew, gross, and changed the trash, and that would be that, but apparently not. On Friday, I was given my day's worth of schoolwork with instructions and taken to the room for my ISS. There was the trash can, pulled up right next to my desk. The stench was overpowering and had filled the room with the most sour, rancid manure smell I'd ever experienced. I felt like I could taste it. I held it together as best as I could, but I sure didn't get much work done. I thought I'd grow accustomed to it with time, but I felt like that vile smell kept pounding away and eating at me throughout the day. I tried to take a bathroom break like every hour to catch my breath and calm down, but somehow I felt I could still smell it even in there. And even now, my backpack somehow still smells of pig manure, and my parents are making me keep it in the garage.
Oh my god, no.
You poor sod.
On the one hand, you know, this is a great application of Babylon's law, you know, eye for an eye.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I can't help but feel like this is a health hazard. Like the school literally just like endangered his health for
hands
a joke.
down.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's based or not because it's really funny, but on the other hand, like he could have gotten really sick from this.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was funny.
That's true. I mean, what's human life compared to a hilarious joke, honestly? What is human life if not a hilarious joke?
I find it amusing how you're just like, dang, only one day your school is based. And then the follow-up with the fact that the pig manure was in the same room.
But that's not the end of the story.
Oh, no.
Because, it turns out this kid's mother posted her version of this story on Am I the Asshole?
No fucking way.
So it got deleted, but we found it with Revetted. I digged it out of the trash. Hopefully, a different trash can. So as a special what is this? A crossover episode? 2-for-1 deal. Let's read the Ida post from this guy's mother.
No fucking way. Oh my god.
Am I the asshole for not getting my son's 16M out of a repulsive punishment? Recently, I got news that my son, 16M, and a couple friends thought it would be funny to prank to take a few gallons of pig manure, courtesy of a friend who works on a farm, and pour it into a trash can in one of their school classrooms. He snuck it in and did it before class, ran away, and apparently the stench was so bad it cleared out the room. Thankfully, a camera caught him, and instead of suspending him, they offered a punishment of one day ISS for doing schoolwork on the condition that he served the ISS in the same room the trash can that he befouled, in a warehouse sort of building adjacent to the disconnected gymnasium, certainly not still sitting in the school. He begged me to say no and take a suspension instead, but I said absolutely not. I think that's a fair punishment. He said his friend was the one who gave him the jug, and he had no idea it would smell that bad and couldn't stand being around it for a day, but I think he should have thought of that before pouring it out in the school. Then he started saying he's worried it's unsafe, but I think that's complete nonsense. It's ventilated, it's 1 gallon, it's not like he's gonna have to touch it. Pig farmers are around much worse every day, I'm sure. Not that I've ever been to one, but I feel like he's getting off pretty easy. Am I the asshole?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How do I respond to this?
So I just thought it was really, it's a rare case where we get two sides of the same story, and it transitions from one category of Reddit post to another.
Oh my god.
Well, is she the asshole?
I
guess it's now the question.
I don't know. The kid probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
It's true, it is only 1 gallon of pig shit. Oh my god.
Only 1 gallon of pig shit.
It's only a gallon of pig shit.
No, just... yeah. And this thread got locked for some reason and eventually deleted. Not sure why.
I guess not. I don't know.
This is one of those either way cases, like, stand up for your son or don't, whatever, you know? Like, I probably would have let them take if I was a parent, I probably would have let them take the regular suspension.
Yeah.
But that's me, and I'm nice, you know? But, like, at the same time, I don't think it's the biggest dick move to let them reap what they sow.
There's been worse. There has been much worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not the asshole.
Yeah,
I'm gonna also say not the asshole.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't wish that kind of circumstance or the decision making that goes with it on any human being ever.
Oh god, no.
Like, that is just a shitty situation. You look at it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But that's just, like, the pranks at my school were things like, hey, let's go, like, clog a toilet or something. And everybody laughs, except for the maintenance guy. And then you move on with your day.
Kevin, have I ever told you about the prank I did on the last day of 8th grade because I was moving to a different state?
No, I don't think you did mention that.
So there's a giant welcome mat at the front of the front entrance of the middle school I went to.
Yeah.
They'll never find me. I'm not naming any names. But so I took there was a supply closet basically, and it had like a shitload of school supplies in it. And what I did, I took a metric fuckload of pencils and I lined them all up under the welcome mat. This was like after.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah,
this is good.
I lined hundreds of pencils under the welcome mat, and because I was there early for some reason, I don't remember why, and there was the way the entrance worked is that there was a grand entrance there, and then like there was like a walkway above it, like a balcony. So I hid out at like the very corner edge, like the corner of where the balcony turns into the hallway to the side. So you can't see me across this corner, even if maybe you could if you knew where to look, but like they didn't. No one's going to instinctively look up in that corner. So I was just watching, and as everybody rolled in, the first wave of people stepped on this mat and the pencils rolled and everyone fell over backwards, and it was fucking hilarious. And I saw that and I bolted. I fucking wish this was the age of smartphones so I could have recorded it, but sadly this was like 2007. Yeah. So no. But yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Good shit. I think I knocked probably about 10 or 11 people on their asses.
That's fucking funny. That is really well done. Really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a fun prank.
Yeah. Anyway, Kevin, would you like to read shit?
I would love to read shit.
Well, too bad. I already read the shit story. You'll have to settle for this.
Whatever comes next. Yeah. But that was you said that was a small Tifu.
Yeah. Well, they get to decide the designation. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it is kind of a small Tifu. It's just one day.
Am I the asshole for locking the door to prevent my husband from getting involved in my job interview? Oh, God. I, female 33, am unemployed, but God knows I had been looking for jobs. I'm a sales rep for well over 5 months, right after I recovered from my knee surgery. My husband has a high-paying job. First, he suggested I leave my career as sales rep behind, not up to his wealthy family standards. They'd mock me for it a lot. Of course. And stay home, but I refused because I love my job and want to grow in it. He suggested he find me a better job since he has connections, but that's not in my field. I've had several job interviews, and my husband has ruined all of them for me, and here's how. He'd walk into the room whenever I'm having a potential job interview and introduce himself and take over the conversation with the interviewer. He'd tell them about how good I am, but slip in some bad stuff that eventually cost me the job. His argument was that he's just making recommendations since he's connections.
Sure.
And influence. Right, yeah. But I told him to stop and let me handle it. He sulked, saying he was just trying to guide me and whatnot. Several days ago, I'd gotten a job interview, and after getting inside the room before the interview started, I locked the door. Sorry. My husband tried to come in and started knocking on the door, asking why I was locking the door and telling me to let him in. I put my headphones on and used noise canceling, but he kept knocking, telling me to open the door. After the interview was over, I unlocked the door and walked out. He went off on me, calling me disrespectful and awful to lock him out like that. I said I was sorry, I wanted to work for this company so badly, and couldn't let him ruin it for me. He got offended and said I was being petty and childish, and also ungrateful because of the stunt I pulled, and said that he was trying to help me get the best deal out there. I said I'm not a child, but he said that yes I was, especially with how I behaved and for excluding him from my interview. Not the asshole, come on.
Not the asshole. Guy's been a dumbass. Even if he's good, even if he's well intentioned, the road to hell is paved in such intentions.
Yep.
Speaking from personal experience.
Top comment.
That's clever. Did you come up with that yourself?
No, I definitely no. That's like one of the
okay.
oldest. I think since people have existed, they figured that one out a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, fucking, not the asshole. You are trying to nail a job and you have known for a long time that this person is toxic to such things. So you said no thanks, bye bye.
Yeah, Kevin, top comment.
Not the asshole, and you know this isn't about him wanting to help you. This is about him trying to control you. If you truly love the student, think this relationship is something worth attempting to redeem, this is more than enough grounds to go to couples therapy so he can work through issues with boundaries, or telling you the truth about why he wants to help with interviews when he should know damn well at his age that his behavior is sabotaging the interview. Because seriously, either your husband is so rich that he is out of touch with how normal interviews work, or he is intentionally manipulating and sabotaging your interviews, and you should be concerned that this isn't the only boundary he isn't afraid of crossing to get his way. Because this is such a massive red flag that if you don't think he is too rich to understand how normal jobs work, that I would be really concerned about how many other ways he sabotages your life. Seriously, what is his response to, they're interviewing me, not you, when you butting into an interview and taking over it is going to guarantee I don't get a job I want?
Yeah.
Yeah, this does seem like a manipulation tactic to me.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely does.
That or some deep ignorance. Either way, need some help.
I've met narcissists before, and this is some primo narcissist behavior.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But in either regard, definitely not the asshole. Holy shit.
Yeah, not the asshole. No.
Like, he had sabotaged multiple interviews for her beforehand. I'm not gonna fault her for locking him out of the room.
Yeah, especially considering how difficult it is to like actually get a job in today's market. Like, it's
God, yeah.
You have to put out countless, if you get, I put out probably 20 or so applications before I got my current job.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got the one job. That was it. And so it's like
nobody wants to work.
If somebody's going through that and then ends up losing the interview because their husband's a dumbass, like, I can't blame you for wanting to take this route at all.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
It's time.
Time for what?
See. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Medium Tifu time.
Okay.
Today I fucked up by sleeping with a normal Tinder guy.
Oh no! It's a Tinder date story. Let's see how this goes.
So there's an update, and then I'm going to read the original post first, because that's how it goes. You started book 1, not book 2. No honorary, this happened a few weeks ago. I'm sitting in a cafe parking lot trying to figure out what the fuck just happened last night. Background information. I downloaded Tinder to give men another go. Maybe if I adjust my age range and find someone a little older than me, I'll find someone who's better than average to mattress mambo with. That's an expression I have not heard before. This is where quote-unquote Kyle comes into play.
Kyle?
Kyle. We've been talking for a week. East Coast transplant, country-ish, truck driving, tattooed, physically fit, well-groomed, busy with his career, doing his own thing kind of dude. The second half of the descriptions are my type. I know. But your girl's desperate. He's also a veteran. We got along over text, fun, friendly banter. We FaceTime a few times, generally seem to, for lack of a better word, vibe. Further into the week, our conversations get really flirty. We seem to have similar interests, and the mention of a safe word comes up. Green flag. I'm okay with that. We both live a little outside of a big city, so we get a hotel, and meet up in the city. I am more than familiar with the city than Kyle is. I've parked, and I go to meet him, and we find a place for him to leave his truck. After we park, he asked me to get his gun from the glove box while making sure everything's in his bag. I live in a state where concealed carry owning a gun is pretty normal, and he comes from one similar. This wasn't weird to me, but it feels relevant to the story. I jokingly said, I don't want my fingerprints on your gun, as I handed him his gun, only touching the sleeve it was in. I hope he jokingly said, this one's not my burner gun. Yikes number 1.
Ooh.
On our way to the bar, the sidewalk is packed, and we're trying to get inside. Kyle touched the back of this guy and said, hey, excuse me. As I walked by the man that Kyle touched, the man says, don't fucking touch me ever again. Kyle turns around and yells, well, then don't stand in the fucking way. Yikes. We get food and 2 beers, and this is when I realized that Kyle is a little more toxic gender roles and conservative than I had realized. You know, not a big deal. I love Red Dead Redemption.
It's that
to know
actually
That is
what is said.
a good one. That is quite a sentence that I just heard.
Not a big deal. I love Red Dead Redemption. Anyway, this man can still make a comeback. We head home after getting drinks and dinner. We turn on the TV. We're sitting on the couch, and pretty much lots of heavy petting turns into kissing, turns into making babies. This man and I go for rounds. Imagine a ping pong game, and nobody is finishing, but we just keep tying the game. Somebody's got to win by 2. Deuce. The sex is good. No safe word has been dropped. Just casual, good, 2 horny people sex. I think we started at like 11:30 p.m. and the 3rd round ended by like 1:20.
Good God.
And after the water break, round 4 starts up. Everything is going fine. I'm going to try and be as detailed as possible without giving too much information out there. This man is standing up as I'm laying on my back on the couch going down on him. He's clearly enjoying it. I can hear and physically tell, I kid you not, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to type these words out loud. But he pissed in my mouth.
Oh, God.
I literally got up and spit the shit everywhere and asked him, what the fuck?
Oh.
He laughed. He laughed. Kyle says something to the effect of, I like doing things that catch people off guard. Clearly, Kyle. Clearly, Kyle.
What the fuck?
After that,
I'm just in shock and silence.
After that, the night is ruined. I go to shower alone. It's obvious that, I'm, not into him. I go to bed. This man snores like a fucking chainsaw. Now, you're asking, why don't you get the fuck up and run away in that moment? The culmination, the accumulation of red flags made it feel safer to stay and get the hell out later. Next morning, I pack my shit up, I say goodbye, and he asks if we're gonna hang out again. Now I'm drinking coffee, and I'm about to go pick up my little brother from school. TLDR, I went on a Tinder date with a weird man who decided to use the restroom in my mouth during sex.
Oh my God.
So we're usually not a public service podcast. You know that. Everyone knows that. Yeah. We're not usually the guys you turn to for advice, but in this instance, I want to put out a little public service announcement, a little PSA, if you will. Okay, so let's clear the stage for this. Okay, let me just drop some knowledge on you real quick. Okay, how about you ask before you piss in someone's mouth? Because
it's straightforward logic.
Because, and this may come as a shock to some of you out there, most people are not into getting pissed in the mouth, particularly unprompted. And doing so may have negative consequences for you. So maybe don't.
Maybe don't.
This has been your public service announcement from your good friends at the Bakagaijinshow. Ask before you piss in someone's mouth. Make sure everyone's cool with that.
No, he was doing What he was doing was he was the reason it was a surprise was because he got all of his logic from the Joker who directed the second Star Wars movie, and he was just subverting her expectations.
Yeah, I like to do things that catch people off guard.
Yeah, I like to do things that catch people off guard. You would be a great modern Disney Star Wars director.
Let me translate that from redneckese for a second. What he's actually saying is, I like to violate people's consent at regular intervals unexpectedly.
Yeah.
And that's great. I mean, ladies, Kyle's single, I'm pretty sure. I mean, this just happened like 3 days ago, so I'm pretty sure Kyle's still single. Ladies, Kyle is available. If that sounds like your man, okay?
Hey, if you want this guy, he's right over there.
Yeah.
Fucking have fun.
Yeah. If you're into mouth pissing, Kyle's your dude. If you're into not mouth pissing, stay the fuck away from Kyle. Anyway,
Damn, Kyle, what the fuck?
Yeah. This episode is dedicated to Kyle. He is our official douchebag of the week. So far. Maybe it'll get topped. Who knows?
Well, it's like, is that a am I? That was just a today I fucked up, right? Not am I the asshole?
Yeah. That was
I was like, no, but I was gonna say no. There's no way you're the asshole. Kyle's the asshole.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god.
Kevin, here's one for you.
Marvelous.
Since I'm assuming Serodin still doesn't want to read.
Nope, can't read.
Am I the asshole?
Yeah. I forgot to mention, completely illiterate. Really, he's just here for the diversity quota, honestly.
Right, that is exactly true. Just another pasty white fat dude, just to turn your ethnically diverse podcast of pasty white fat dudes. So,
yeah. Hey, we try. We just don't have a lot of friends.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay my son for babysitting? I started to go back to the office on Friday so I could not pick up my 11-year-old son from school. My 20-year-old son is home, so I offered him gas money, like $40, to pick him up and stay with him until I get home, a couple of hours. Because Monday is a holiday, I managed to leave work early today. I came home and no one was home. I texted my 20-year-old to see where they were, and he said they were at a coffee bean by my son's school. I guess that's where all the cool middle schoolers hang out after school on Friday. They didn't know I was home early, so I decided to pick my 11-year-old up and do a fun dad-son day like bowling at arcades. When I got to the coffee bean, my 20-year-old was on his phone. He was surprised to see me. I asked where Logan was. He said he might be behind the cafe. I asked him how does he not know where his brother is and if he ever was picked up. He said he was picked up, but Logan and a few of his friends wandered off to the back. I asked what they were doing in the back, and he sarcastically told me he did not know because he wasn't there. I go around back, and I see my 11-year-old kissing this girl. I asked him what he was doing, and he said nothing.
No. We gotta do a Hollywood ooh. Anyway.
Only the finest sound effects for your sitcom needs.
KISSING.
I asked ING. What?
I asked him what he was doing, and he said nothing. I told him to get his ass in the car. My son said that they were just pretending to kiss.
What the fuck does that mean?
For that, I found him guilty for the kissing and perjury.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh my god. Is this woman a lawyer? Is that what job she works? Is she's a lawyer?
Why
guilty of perjury! Mom, you've been out of the office for 4 hours. Perjury!
Since when was kissing a crime?
My 20-year-old asked for the money that was owed to him, and I said I'm not paying him shit. I told him that his brother was making out with a girl behind the cafe. That's not okay. He's 11. 11-year-old boys need supervision. That's what I was paying my 20-year-old for.
Yeah, Mom, watch me kiss this girl. Because that's going to cultivate a healthy sexual individual.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of like old wolf memes. Jack off. Parents walk in, look them in the eye, and finish like a boss.
He said he was going to call their mom / my ex because he was owed the money. I told him to call her and don't forget to tell her what Logan was doing because I will. Obviously, he changed his mind on that.
You are the asshole.
Yeah. Like,
Kevin,
he was
top
just...
comment.
Top comment. Your 20-year-old picked up your son and stayed at the cafe to be near him. Your 11-year-old was kissing a girl, which might have been his first kiss, and your reaction was to scare him and make it seem like he committed a crime. Reimburse your son and try to be a better parent. The brother was just trying to be a bro. Come on.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out that this kid's 11, not like 5. As long as you're in the same building as them, that's babysitting.
Yeah.
They can be in a different room, for fuck's sake.
And, like, he's with other kids, and if there's an issue with the other kids, then someone will come running.
Jesus Christ, he's 11. 11. I was allowed to roam the fucking forest on my own at 11.
I was allowed to go out on regular walks when I was 11. What the fuck?
Yeah, the shit. His mom sucks.
Mom, dad, whoever.
Oh yeah, did they specify?
Yeah, dad, son, day, yeah.
Or it's... Wait a minute.
Still, the asshole.
Yeah, what if... I was just gonna say, what if it's a gay couple, and the reason they're angry is that their son is secretly heterosexual?
No, God.
I'm thinking... There's some validity to this theory.
No, there is nothing indicating this.
I ain't raising no fucking hetero in my house. That's my headcanon now. I mean, either way, they're the asshole. Does it really matter?
Are you gonna create some spicy fan fiction about the situation?
Yeah, just what I just said. I'm not gonna like commit it to page or anything.
I love how he accused his 11-year-old of perjury. Must be a good time in that house.
He needs to protect his son from the cooties.
I have found my son guilty of perjury.
Who talks like that about their kids?
What the fuck?
Again, I'm guessing this person is a lawyer.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or just a very, very dramatic human being. Yeah, you're the asshole.
Someone just told me not to check their Twitter, so you know what that means.
Check their Twitter. Do it.
See, that's what she did.
All right. So, I'll go next.
Nice.
Before I read, that wasn't the post. That was me. Before I read this one, I just want. Fuck. I want to another PSA. If you're gonna write a Reddit post, fucking paragraph break, please.
Yeah.
I'll show you this. I'll show you how this is formatted after I read it. But holy shit, this is just a giant fucking wall of text. It's a cinder block of text. Anyway, am I the asshole for ignoring an autistic guy on my flight? I, 19 female, was traveling alone on an 11-hour flight today, and this guy in his 20s is in the same row as me. I was exhausted because I only got 4 hours of sleep before the flight so I could sleep on the plane, but this guy, we'll call him C, keeps trying to make conversation. C starts off by telling me he's autistic and then asking if I like K-pop. He keeps... most average K-pop fan.
You just became the most undesirable bachelor in like a 3,000-mile radius. Congratulations.
average K-pop fan.
Oh, you're autistic and you like K-pop? Get the fuck away from me.
He keeps talking nonstop and rarely gives me a chance to speak, not that I wanted to. I try to be polite because I have ADHD and I understand how social cues are difficult, so he probably can't tell that I'm not in the mood. Over the course of the next 20 minutes, I tell C maybe 5 times I want to sleep. I put my headphones on, and each time C begins speaking to me after 2 minutes of silence. Finally, I was able to sleep for around 4 hours, but when I woke up, C started talking again. I'm still really tired. I had some personal issues the day before my flight, so I'm also socially exhausted, but I let him talk for a bit before I start watching a show on my phone. I tell him again, maybe 5 separate times, I'm trying to watch the show and I'm not interested in talking to him right now, maybe later. C still keeps trying to talk to me, but when I snap a bit and tell him that I'm getting a bit annoyed, he goes into full-on self-hating, I'm so sorry, I'm horrible, God, I'm just gonna shut up now, rant. I feel bad because I should have been nicer to him, and I can understand emotions being too strong and spiraling. I tell C that it's okay, I just wanted some time to myself, as I'm not the chattiest person, but maybe we can talk later. I put my headphones on and watched my show, but C kept trying to speak to me, but this time I ignored him, which honestly was a shitty move from me, but I just didn't have the energy at this point to interact with him. This was the wrong move, as he moved to get out of the row and stood in the aisle and began yelling at me. I didn't catch everything he said, but it was along the lines of, why can't women believe not all men are bad? Some men are on your side. I'm a nice guy. Why are you ignoring me?
Oh,
he storms off to the bathroom, and I take that chance to ask a flight attendant if I can change my seat because he really freaked me out, and I didn't want to have a panic attack on a plane. The flight attendants were amazing and got my stuff and moved me far away from him. I feel like I'm the asshole because he does have autism, and I could have been more patient maybe, and ignoring him was a shit thing to do.
No, you gave him plenty of warning. It was him. It was his fault for one, not getting the hint, and 2, for making a fucking public, display out of it afterwards.
Here's
and,
the thing.
guilt-tripping you.
Here's the thing. This is kind of a Schrodinger's asshole situation, where it's like, you are officially not the asshole because you were proven correct. You know, if this guy was as nice as he let on to be, then maybe. But the fact that he had that kind of outburst shows that you were right to ignore him. You know, yeah. So it's kind of a Schrodinger's asshole situation. But in this reality, you are not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of those situations where assholishness is really only determined after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, you're not the asshole. He was.
No, not at all.
You're under no obligation to converse with this gentleman, this nice guy. You know, I mean, he seems like a nice guy.
I can't believe he actually didn't pull the not all men.
Yeah, I mean, look, even the most, you know, the most dedicated incels at this point have to know you can't say that combination of words in public anymore. You just can't. You know, we got pro level incels faking their political ideologies during dates. You know, trying to sneak in under the centrist zeitgeist. You know, and then we got this guy who apparently didn't get the memo at the latest incel convention. They're like, you can't say not all. Why can't all women, or why can't women? Whatever.
I just saw what you put in, Digby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm putting this in the video. How bad do I stop my Jewish roommate from doing this?
That's a funny joke.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
That's funny.
Okay.
But not the. But ladies, if you like K-pop,
this guy's single.
Yeah, this guy's single.
Remember, not all men.
When did we become The Bachelor?
Hello, welcome to the bakagaijinshow Bachelor Edition.
Dun dun, behind door number 1. Dun 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 dun. It's Kyle. Behind door number 2, the autistic K-pop gentleman. Anyway,
I just like to catch people off guard. I just like to piss in people's mouths.
I do just enjoy pissing in people's mouths. You ever pissed in somebody's mouth?
You haven't lived until you pissed in someone's mouth.
Turning women into living toilets is a redneck's greatest desire. Mm-hmm. I hear they do a lot of that in hentai too. Them Chinese cartoono pornos.
No. That's not racist enough.
I will not use racial slurs on this podcast. I have somewhat of a reputation to maintain, so thank you. But you're right.
I mean, you'd be clearly playing a character, you know.
Yeah, but
All right. Send me something already.
Would I be? I mean,
yeah, yes, yeah. I mean, it's my show, and I declare as such.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, let's see. What is this one?
Ching Chong, your religion is wrong.
Sometimes I do. No, Cho, you've never invaded the U.S. Sometimes I do. Damn it, Cho.
Am I the asshole for not swapping? Am I the asshole for not swapping my meal with my pregnant cousin? Another block of text. Great.
You're gonna need more context.
Yesterday, my 24 female extended family went out for a dinner catch-up. My cousin Allison, 29 female, came. She's pregnant. I ordered a burger with fries. Allison had some type of herbal pasta. When our food came, she asked if I wanted to swap with her because she didn't like the smell of the pasta. I said sorry, but I want my burger and maybe she can swap with someone else. She said she was suddenly craving a burger and no one else had ordered one. I told her she can order again. Allison said they're saving for the baby and won't waste money buying another dish, that I didn't have to pay the difference if I swapped. The pasta was more expensive. I kept saying no. She got really upset and said I didn't understand the struggles of pregnant women. My mom saw and said I should just swap and was acting like a kid. I said Allison was acting like a kid. Allison said she was hurt and I don't understand pregnancy. My aunt, Allison's mom, noticed the commotion and told Allison to learn how to deal with these things because not everyone will care about her. I'd had enough, so I just started eating before anyone else could tell me to swap. My mom later said I created a scene for no reason, and Allison's pregnant, so I should have been more understanding. She said she's a lost face in front of my aunt. Now I'm thinking if I should have just sucked it up and swapped. Throwaway account, by the way. Edit. I just wanted to clarify something. My aunt's comment to Allison was snarky/sarcastic, like, "Oh, your own cousin doesn't care that you're pregnant and suffering, and you just have to learn how to deal with it." That's why my mom said she was losing face, because Allison's mom wasn't impressed and didn't swap. You're not the asshole, OP.
No.
Oh my god. Allison!
Some of these come down to, I didn't give in to the needs of a needy and controlling human being, and does that make me an asshole? No.
Yeah.
This is also another classic case of fucking pregnant women thinking they can just do whatever.
Yeah, which top comment brings up. Pregnancy isn't a free pass to demand special treatment. If Allison wanted a burger, she was free to order another. If that couldn't be done, she was free to eat the pasta and quit complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Quit being such a bitch.
Yeah, it's not like she's going to go into a miscarriage just because she doesn't get a burger. Like, fucking come on.
Yeah.
Like cravings are what they are, and I understand that they suck, but if you order food and no one else wants to swap with you, either eat the food or shut up.
Now here's what you do. Here's the real power play. What you got to do? You got to go to the bathroom windowsill. You got to find a dead mosquito. You got to go back to the table, drop it in the pasta, tell them they fucked it up, and then ask for a replacement meal. That's what you got to do. 200 IQ strats. That's a little pro tip from your boy Z.
Not the asshole. You should look up the Garfunkel and Oates song "Pregnant Women Are Smug" on YouTube.
Oh, Garfunkel and Oates. They're the they did the iconic song about how Catholic girls only wanted in the butt.
Yep.
I mean, it's absolutely
fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus.
Yep. Right.
Yep. I should listen to that. I liked their first big hit. Did we do that? Hold on. Did we do this one? This one sounds familiar.
What is it?
But it sucks. It's I found one about where am I? Giving my granddaughters unequal gifts on their 16th birthday. We did one, I think, last time or the one before about unequal birthday gifts, but this is a different one. But this one sucks, so I'm not doing that one.
Yeah.
All right.
We've heard enough of these stories.
Well, it's not as good as the last one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just dug this up. Let's see if this is any good. It's a story of pro revenge.
Ooh.
Landscaping owner rips my friend off of $400, so my friend makes him incur $15,000 in expenses. Word of note. This is not me, but posting up here for a friend who currently resides overseas. Long story, but worth the read. A while back, my friend was selling some stuff online, and among the items was a water heater. You know, the ones you see in every community hall or church kitchen. It was in working condition. He threw it up online for $150. Got an email from a person who runs a landscaping business saying he'll give him $100 cash today. Done. 2 weeks later, he gets an email saying that it's not working. Okay, weird. My friend offered to give a full refund or cover repair cost if it's under $100. Yeah. The guy instead sent an invoice for $400 saying repairs had been done, and if my friend doesn't pay it in 48 hours, he'll send a debt collector after him.
Oh.
That's pretty ballsy. Imagine buying a used thing and then making them pay over 4 times the repair cost for it because you made... Like, that's not their... Like, fuck... You buy, like, used, you buy it in whatever condition it's in, you know?
Yep.
Especially if it's something like a fucking water heater. Anyway, he paid it out of fear and emailed him the confirmation. The landscaping owner then emailed back saying, "This is the price you sometimes have to pay when selling secondhand electronics," followed by a "have a great day, don't let this hold you back," with a smiley face at the end of the email. A month later, my friend was in a bar and overhears a girl talking about how her boss, who runs a landscaping firm, screwed over some dumbass selling a water heater. My friend said, "Oh, damn, I gotta hear this. You mind if I join your table?" And the girl said, "Sure," and told the story. Her boss had bought a busted water heater from a secondhand store for $25 and a working one for $100 and billed the seller for the repair for the busted one when he sold it before he sold it on for $300 to a community group. My friend asked, "Who did this so I don't hire that guy to fix up my yard?" Ha 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 ha. That's all around. She says the company name, and lo and behold, it's on the email of the guy my friend sold the water heater to. He was the dumbass in the story. He told me he was pretty angry about it, but then COVID hit, so he had other stuff to worry about. But then, 18 months later, he was browsing the website he originally sold the water heater on, and he saw... So I'm really phlegmy today. Fuck.
Dude, when you blew your nose there, it sounded like a fucking drill.
Yeah, and it still didn't work. That's the scary thing. And he saw a bunch of landscaping materials, shovels, gardening stuff, wheelbarrows, lights for working at night, drills. Hey, drills. Nail guns, some construction materials, and a generator. Now, in my friend's location, apparently, if you're selling a generator, you need to have a warrant of fitness for it, proving that it works, it's safe, there's no flayed wires, whatever. Most people ignore it, and he saw that this generator was being sold by the landscaping firm. This generator, he said, just by looking at it, there was no way in hell it would have a warrant of fitness. Word of note. Failure for a business to provide a warrant of fitness upon request for a generator after 2 weeks and reported to the official departments and enforced by the court, the punishment is a hefty fine, and the courts often force the seller to refund the affected party and pay any costs that incurred. Evilplottingmusic.mp3.
He needs a mustache and a monocle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
He talked to his flatmate, who agreed that they would go 50-50 on the generator, but he would transfer the money. Now, my friend had never met the landscaping firm owner face-to-face when selling the water heater. He just left it outside, and pickup was confirmed by a security camera. When he got there, it was clear that the owner, this old grumpy-looking man who enjoyed yelling at his employees, had emptied out his storage unit. The owner was very much as it is, no refund. And the flatmate showed him the transfer confirmation, and they take the generator for $800. No warrant of fitness provided. Then, they took it to a friend of theirs who's an electrician, and he agreed to check it and give an invoice for repairs and a quote to the friend. Quote, "It would be cheaper to buy a new generator, and to be honest, this generator should never have been sold. It should have been scrapped." They also found that the main identifier number had been scratched off, but not a second number that's often recorded as well on the the warrant of fitness is for tracking purposes. So they got into contact with the seller, telling him the cost of repairs, around $5,000. He promptly tells them he's not paying it as it is, no refund. To which they then asked, okay, have you got the warrant of fitness for this generator? Silence for 2 days. They followed up with another email asking for it. No response. Then they ask again and get an email from him saying that he'll take it back for $800. They said, no, we want the warrant of fitness. They get no response. They emailed him every day for 2 weeks. Nothing. So they printed out the original item listing that had been screenshotted and hadn't been archived on the website. And had been archived on the website. And reported him to the website. And then the government. Oh. 4 months later, my friend is in court, and the guy went up against him. He tells him that he will take back the generator for $800, and that my friend and his flatmate will be going in to tell the judge that the seller has refunded them, and that they want it all dropped, and that that's what's happening here. Full stop. End of story. They are doing what they are told to do. My friend said no. So, they go into the courtroom, and it's over very quickly. The inspector the government sent out to inspect the generator stated that it was in poor condition, shouldn't have been sold, was highly unsafe, and that the seller had tried to get the generator a warrant of fitness in early 2021, but instead had been told that it was to be repaired or scrapped and not to be sold. Ooh, there was precedence for this.
Okay, that changes things.
They identified it by a second number on the generator, and that they took it down in the original attempt to get it warrant of fitnessed, and it had not been scratched out like the first. The judge ordered the landscaping firm owner to refund the flatmate the $800, then pay the $5,000 for repairs to the generator, and was also ordered to pay a $10,000 fine, which would be given directly to my friend's flatmate as the affected party.
Jesus.
When they left the courtroom, the owner was furious and told them that under no uncertain terms was he paying them a penny more, and he couldn't understand what he had done to deserve such treatment. To which my friend said, "Remember the water heater?" He gave him a very confused look. "Remember that water heater you bought for $100? Well, I do, because I sold it to you, and I know that you had a different one repaired and invoiced me for it." His jaw was on the floor, and to hit it home, he said, "It's a bitch, isn't it? When what goes around comes around, especially when it accumulated interest. You have 48 hours to pay, or a debt collector will be contacted. Remember, this is the price you sometimes have to pay when selling secondhand electronics. Have a great day. Don't let this hold you back." And they left. He paid the $15,000 2 days later. My friend and the flatmate split the 10 grand 50-50 as they agreed, a combination of rent payments and study stuff. The generator got repaired and then got a warrant of fitness for it before selling it for $1,000 with a newly replaced identifier number. Then they went out for a wonderful dinner and night on the town.
Absolutely fucking masterful.
Oh, we love a happy ending here.
Remember the heater you bought?
This might be one of the best revenge posts we've read on here.
It's really good.
It all came together so flawlessly. That was masterful. That was great. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Honestly, we can't top that. Let's just go to the lightning round.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Lightning round.
Lightning round, as soon as I can find it. I really should put it on my favorites, but at this point it's a running gag that I haven't, so. Alright. The lightning round. This is where we go to our unpopular opinion and read unpopular opinions. Are these opinions unpopular? Do we agree or disagree? Let's find out now. Oh my god, the white chocolate is terrible, guys. Back. We already debunked. Fuck off. Fuck off. Every few months he posts about how much he hates white chocolate. Fuck off. Get out of here.
Ma! The white chocolate dude is back!
The fucking white chocolate
he's doing it again!
Oh, when's he gonna learn? White chocolate. Good chocolate. I want some white chocolate in my mouth.
I have to wonder why this guy has such a hang up about white chocolate, though. Like, what where did it touch you? Can I give you a doll? Can you show me where it touched you?
I think
that you have to post about it?
I mean, he got 7,000 upvotes. I think he just does it for the karma, honestly.
He might.
Yeah. unpopular opinion: the fewer food options a restaurant has, the better.
Honestly, typically, yeah, because if they have too many options, then that means that they're not really focusing on quality, they're focusing on quantity. And that means that what they actually do serve is typically not of a great quality because they're just throwing it together as fast as they humanly can.
This does remind me, there was an Adam Ragusea video a few days ago, and he explains how the switch, because restaurants used to pride themselves on having a wide, expansive menu, but over the decades, it flipped around, where like now the smaller places tend to have the wider menus, and the fancy places tend to have the smaller menus.
Yep.
And the history of how that switched.
Well, yeah, because people value quality more. Studies have shown that when people go to restaurants, they get the same item like 90% of the time.
Yeah,
they get the same series of items 90% of the time. So restaurants have figured out that if they just do one or two things really right, that they'll make just as much money and they'll keep their food costs down.
Yeah,
which increases their profit margin.
But it was also the logistics of it, because restaurants used to be, for the upper class, because back then you couldn't just get anything you wanted. You couldn't just get whatever food you wanted like you can today if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
So high-end restaurants had wide menus because it was basically like a sampling parlor for the upper class to be like, we're going to go out and get food that you can't get normally because the restaurants have the connections to make that happen. But as infrastructure developed and every type of food became more accessible to every kind of person, suddenly it wasn't just about getting stuff you couldn't get anywhere else. It was about getting a specific thing that only that restaurant could do right. And that's why the fancier restaurants shrunk their menus. But because of that logistical expanse, that's why more smaller restaurants tend to have wider menus because they just have the ability to get more things. So yeah, that's.
But now people, like I said, they value quality, and most people only get the same item for 2 or 3 items every time they go to a restaurant. So they just basically, the goal is to do 1 or 2 things incredibly correctly, and just get it right. Which is why Chipotle is quickly closing in on like McDonald's profit margins in the United States. Why Subway is I believe has more locations than even McDonald's in the United States is because both Chipotle and like I would say that like. But both Chipotle and Subway have like a similar number of like actual individual items on their menu, but they focus on customization and fresh ingredients, and so you end up with a tastier sandwich / burrito bowl / whatever you're getting. And people will go and get the same thing over and over again, maybe change up the ingredients, but it's virtually the same item. And whereas McDonald's has always tried to do 1,000 different things all at once. I mean, you can get oatmeal at McDonald's. Like,
really?
Yeah, you can get oatmeal. It's shitty pre-made oatmeal, but you can get oatmeal if you really want it from McDonald's. Like, that's how wide and varied their selection is, and it's just one of those things where it's like, that worked for a while, but it's also a nightmare to constantly, having worked in that industry, it's also a nightmare to have to keep track of all of those food items. And it's also costly to do such a thing, so it's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
So I would actually agree with that opinion. Also, this is a slow lightning round.
Yeah. The one thing I will object to is the fact that I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty common. I think everyone kind of realizes that. Unpopular opinion: Idiocracy is not prophetic, nor is it even good satire. It's eugenics that the serial numbers rubbed off.
Sure.
I don't like. Yeah. I mean, like I get annoyed when people act like the movie is prophetic, because the big thing is that movie, it completely missed the fact that the Flynn effect exists, and intelligence is not entirely determined by genetics.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't think the movie has a eugenics agenda or anything. I just think I think it's a Mike Judge comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think. It does annoy me because people will take its depiction of how intelligence works as fact when it is an exaggeration that's ignoring a few psychological principles. Most notably, the Flynn effect. Anyway. Unpopular opinion, clapping in movie theaters suck.
Yeah.
They clapped. They clapped when they saw it.
They clapped when they saw it.
Yep. Unpopular opinion, we should encourage the young kids to enter the workforce at a young age.
Oh, God.
Someone wants child factories back. Some entrepreneur misses the days of children in bottle factories.
The days of child labor were so much better.
There's a reason that is an unpopular opinion, and for good reason.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, bacon doesn't make a cheeseburger any better. I gotta admit,
Agreed.
I don't think it makes a huge difference.
It's nice to have if you want bacon, but it doesn't make a burger objectively better.
It's nice, but it tends to get lost in the shuffle, you know?
Yeah.
So, I kind of agree. I don't think it makes it any worse, but I don't think it makes it any better either. Unless it's it's one of those specialty bacon forward made to amplify the flavor of the bacon burgers.
Yeah.
But on a normal cheeseburger, take it or leave it. It doesn't make it any better or worse. It's just a thing. Unpopular opinion, shorts are ruining YouTube. I do hate shorts.
I don't think they're ruining YouTube, but I dislike shorts.
Yeah. That's fair.
What's your criteria for ruining YouTube? Ruining your personal enjoyment of YouTube? Okay, that's entirely subjective and might be true for you as an individual. Is it ruining their market shares or causing a massive outcry? No.
Unpopular opinion, people like saying they're into, quote, unconventionally attractive people, quote, unquote, because it makes them feel quirky and less shallow. Yeah.
I mean, some of them.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm not like other girls.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's an exceedingly true statement. Is it the only reason people are into traditionally attractive people?
I'm not even doubting that they are. I'm just saying the reason they're advertising it is because they want to feel special.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. When some people say people are soft nowadays, it's another way of saying I'm an asshole and I can't believe people are now allowed to stand up for themselves.
I mean, it depends on the context. It depends on the context. I would say that probably the majority of people who say that to other people are in that situation where they have been an asshole and then somebody doesn't like it, and so they're saying, oh, you're just too soft. I'm sure that does happen. But we had people take days off to grieve over an election.
Yeah.
Nobody was being an asshole to them then. So it can be a generally true statement outside of the context of that particular situation.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's an unpopular opinion for a reason. It's situational.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, first dates should be little to no cost.
For me, it's a bitch pay for it. I mean, what?
Dutch method. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, pretty much. Make the focus of the first date getting to know each other, getting to understand one another a little bit better. Focus on, going all out of the spending if you're really compatible.
And for God's sake, don't see a movie. That's a terrible first date idea.
Yeah, sit next to each other and just shut up the entire time. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, not talking to each other. Great date.
I mean, it's a great date if you already know each other and you can just kind of enjoy each other's company. But
but seeing a movie, that's not a first date. It's not even a third date. It's something you do when you're dating.
It's like a 7th or 8th date.
Yeah. So, don't do that. Unpopular opinion. Baths are better than showers. Kevin, did you write this?
No, I
Fucking-
did not. But
Fucking dirty gremlin soaking in your own fucking filth.
someone is at the door. I will be right back. Keep reading.
Yeah, it's me with a shotgun.
I mean, the cleanest society on Earth is Japan, and they take baths regularly. So I'm not exactly sure where you're getting your hate train from, but
You're just sitting in your own filth.
micro amounts of micro amounts of it. If you're gonna go jump in a pool, if you're gonna go jump in a bath, so the way the Japanese do it is they shower first to get all the dirt off, dirt and other slime off, and then they go soak in the bath. And
that makes sense. You're showering first, though, is the key there.
Yeah, but baths are better.
They're not better for their primary function of actually cleaning.
What I miss?
I mean, I think if you have a large enough bathtub, they're perfectly fine.
Well, so he clarified that the Japanese shower before they bathe, which is the most important step there. Is that they're getting off the filth before they soak in the water, so that they aren't soaking in their own filth. If you're just soaking in your own filth, that's not fulfilling the purpose of actually cleaning yourself. You know, it's kind of like you're supposed to after you've been swimming in like a body of water, like a lake or a pond or something, you're supposed to shower before you change.
Yeah,
it's like that, you know. It's like that, but in reverse, you know. Like the shower, it's the same reason you wash your hands. Like, yeah, the alkaline in the soap helps kill germs, but like the most important part is the fact that it's slippery and the germs are literally washing off of your flesh, you know, with the running water. That's the point of washing your hands. Such as the same point as taking a shower, is that you're washing the dirt and the germs away. A bath doesn't do that. They just get in the water and they just sit there with you. And when you get out, they just reattach to you. So yeah, that's an unpopular opinion for because it's wrong. It's wrong. This person's wrong. This person, Longlock5, or maybe Longlock5, who's definitely Kevin's alt account, is completely wrong.
Sure, okay, alright.
Unpopular opinion, Morbius memes feel artificial as well as uncreative. Someone needs to morb right now.
I mean, I think that's an incredibly popular opinion. I believe that we're getting to the point where I'm just like, how long is this trend gonna fucking last?
I will say though, I think it is organic, unlike the fucking family memes for the Fast and the Furious movie, which were definitely created by the marketing department. I think the Morbius memes are definitely like an organic thing.
Yeah, it's clearly something that was created by the internet culture, people realizing that like it is utterly ridiculous for anybody to actually, you know, expect this movie to be good or to be, you know, successful. So we're just kind of memeing on it in an ironic fashion.
Well, I think the joke is just that like it's so few people actually gave a shit about it that like it's funny to unironically pretend it's amazing. Anyway, unpopular opinion.
It reminds me of that like Kangaroo Jack Green text where like a kid and his brother like pretended that the entire movie was rapping Kangaroo Kino, and
yeah.
It's like that, but with internet culture.
Unpopular opinion: indie is not a genre.
It's not.
No, it is a category, but it's not a genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a. It's a category. Not all categorizations. All genres are categorizations, but not all categorizations are genres.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Indie just means that it was produced by like someone who isn't within the larger studio system and is just like kind of doing stuff on their own.
Sure. Unpopular opinion. I wish cars didn't stop when I'm trying to cross the road.
What?
Hold on, I gotta read.
Incredibly unpopular opinion for many reasons.
OP is suicidal. Let's see. Edit, I worded the title very poorly. I don't want to be rammed down by a car, I promise. FYI, I'm in a country where crossing the road wherever you like is legal and normal. I'm aware other places have jaywalking laws. When I'm trying to cross a road, I want to wait for a gap in the traffic and then walk across myself. People stopping and waving or flashing for me to cross stresses me out way more than simply crossing when I think it's safe. I understand it's done out of kindness, but I hate it so much. 1. You have that awkward "why are you stopping? Are you still going?" weird half wave run situation. 2. If it's 2 or more lanes of traffic, then 1 lane stopping means I'm now stood in the middle of the road waiting for a sympathetic soul in the other lane to let me cross. 3. The biggest fear in life is inconveniencing other people is literally in any way, because let's be honest, that pathological fear is the prime informer of this opinion. So stopping one car and then whoever is behind them while I get my ass in gear to cross the road is my worst nightmare. 4. If the traffic is so bad I can't cross, I'll just go until I find a crossing. In conclusion, I wish people would just keep driving and let me make my own decision.
No.
I still say no. Just get over it.
I see where they're coming from, but like, yeah, I mean, it's what are you going to do about it? I guess complain on Reddit is what they're going to do about it.
I guess so.
Which is everyone knows. Which is everyone knows is the most productive use of your time.
Yes.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. I hate Spaceballs.
Do you hate fun?
I haven't seen Spaceballs since I was like 5.
I mean, it is a popular opinion, but I can't hate you for a subjective opinion.
Yeah, no. I personally fucking love Spaceballs, but like, the comedy is subjective. If you hate the movie, I can't really tell you you're wrong.
Unpopular opinion. I hate automatic transmission vehicles.
Serodin, what do you have to say about this?
There is no reason. Look, I'm going to go to RCR on this one. There's nothing wrong with liking automatic transmission vehicles, and you are allowed to also hate automatic transmission vehicles. The reality of the situation is that if we want to keep having cool and spicy manuals, somebody's got to sell a car to grandma. Okay? They got to make their money. Someone's got to sell their car to Fred, who doesn't know how to fucking drive, is terrified of everything he does, doesn't know how to operate a vehicle really, but has to get to work every day, and damn it, he needs a car. So somebody's got to sell one to him, okay? And there are a lot more Freds than there are me's and who actually enjoy the sport of driving and wish to own things that aren't automatic transmission. So, we got to sell cars to normies so that the manual master race can continue to thrive, okay? Yeah. That being said, if you personally hate driving them, well, I do too, especially after I've been driving a manual. Driving a manual and then going back to an automatic transmission, which I've had to do during rentals, during car repair, sucks. It's boring.
Yeah.
It's boring. You have far less control over the vehicle and what it's doing. And it's like not necessarily any less safe, but it's not an enjoyable experience once you've gotten used to the better experience of driving a manual. So if you hate them, great, but you have to acknowledge that they need to exist so the rest of us can enjoy our manuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another car one. Unpopular opinion. Entering an intersection when trying to make a turn over the oncoming lane should be illegal. Not sure if I explained it well, but in some parts of the US, when trying to turn left, you are allowed to enter the intersection, even if you cannot make the turn yet. I have seen firsthand oncoming cars narrowly missing the dick who's in the middle of the intersection as the light turns red, who incorrectly thinks the other person is going to stop and pulling out in front of them, not talking about cases where the oncoming traffic floors it or runs the red, but just narrowly makes the yellow or has an extended green. Obviously, if every driver were to follow the rules, this wouldn't be an issue, but I think this is a case where you need to make it illegal just to protect people who have bad judgment, whether that's the driver who incorrectly tries to make the turn thinking oncoming traffic is trying to stop, or from an idiot trying to make a yellow and flooring it or running a red light. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I totally disagree with this. He's an idiot. So the problem with that is that there are some places where making a left turn will be literally impossible if you can't be in the intersection when the light turns red, because there is so much oncoming traffic from the other side that the only chance you have to turn is when they are forced to stop by a red light and you're already in the intersection and can clear out before the rest of the traffic gets going. If you want to make it so that I have to pull out into an intersection right as it's turning red, you have just guaranteed that some left turns in the United States are going to be entirely impossible.
Yeah.
Like, it is just going to be impossible. There are some places that just will not, where you just have to wait one car at a time. The left turn lane has to wait for the entirety of the green light to pass before they can make the turn. And being in the intersection and already halfway through that turn is a lot safer than trying to aggressively speed up into the intersection and make the turn while the rest of the traffic, while the cross traffic is trying to go as well. I think that would cause way more accidents and way more problems than not. So I disagree 100%.
Yeah. Now,
learn to be a better driver and judge the other drivers on the road better, idiot.
Yeah. Now, is this a fucking stupid system? Yes, but it is what it is.
I mean, you can't make a perfect system. And
there are ways we could have less cars on the road.
I mean, sure, but I mean, at the same time, like,
that's what's going on. I'm just trying to pimp trains again. Just don't mind me.
Like, I'm all for it, man. Did you know, like, when I'm going to this week, it's the first time I've been on a passenger train that hasn't been like a novelty one.
Yeah.
Like, that hasn't been ride the antique train. Like, this is the first time I've been on an actual train that has been used on a daily basis for an actual transport. We have nothing like that in the United States. It sucks.
Oh, yeah.
So I am a firm proponent of getting especially some of these dumbasses, get them off the road and onto a train. They'd like it better that way anyway.
Yep.
They just don't know it yet. Yep.
Give someone a taste of infrastructure, they'll never be able to go back.
Yeah, it's like it's Americans are so fucking stupid. It's like, why do you think you like being at theme parks so much? Because they're designed to be walkable.
Yeah.
You know, the only places in this fucking country that are designed for human beings to walk in are theme parks and shopping malls.
Yep.
Well, the United States also has a problem with its road structure because we have high-speed roads next to places that have sidewalks.
We do.
And it's like, that's not supposed to happen at all.
Every time I go on Reddit and I see people complaining about the existence of bike lanes, I die inside.
Yep. No, trust me. Like, most cities are set up for people to walk around, by the way. Most downtown areas are set up properly for people to walk around because speed limits are low. Red lights are everywhere.
Yeah. Well, but people don't live
like,
downtown.
If you go out to the outer city or to the suburb, like, first of all, suburbs are a scam, and we should get rid of them. Suburbs are absolutely a scam. They move money away from the centralized city, which is why all cities in the United States are broke, because nobody's paying taxes to the city. They're paying taxes to the suburb. But
Serodin, how am I, a white person, supposed to get away from the poor people?
You go fuck yourself and you learn to carry a gun if you're really that afraid. So no, but and your city would be nicer because it would have more money to do nice things. If you wouldn't be such a pussy.
That sounds like a lot of forward thinking. I'm not sure
but yeah, no, the United States has a huge problem. Like, if you go out, like in Dayton, like, great place to walk, lots of sidewalks, everything. You go outside to Fairfield Commons area, all the speed limits are like 35 and everyone's going 50. There's no cops keeping this under control. There are almost no crosswalks or sidewalks anywhere, and yet there's stores everywhere that you can easily walk to, but there's no sidewalks to accommodate that, and all the speed limits are dangerously fast. So it's like trying to cross a road and the roads are like 6 lanes wide. So it's like trying to cross a road just so you don't have to get in your car and drive to the other side is suicide. And it's like, so like everywhere outside of a main city, or everywhere outside of a main city, or one of those like in cellular, like, you know, fake neighborhoods, I call them, the ones where it's like, hey, we're going to build houses in this field, and they're all going to be like 3-story like penthouses, and we're going to sell them to rich white people. Like those fake neighborhoods that all have like you know, some kind of name like Wood Garden Gates or whatever.
There's so many
all those fake cities. Those are made for walking, but everywhere else in the country sucks. You can't get anywhere without a car. Fucking blows.
Yeah. I'm really a big fan of what Barcelona's doing with their super block strategy. You heard of the super block?
I have not.
It's where they take blocks of the city and essentially close off those roads and make them pedestrian streets exclusively, and basically make them into like livable, walkable city zones. and then the car lanes just kind of circle around them. So you have kind of like, it's a great way to make cities more walkable and livable without actually changing the infrastructure so much. You just take those existing roads, turn them into pedestrian streets, and then just say, okay, well, you can only get here by car from the outside of the block. And so Barcelona, I think, is the place that does this, is that they basically turned the whole city into like a array of super blocks, and apparently it has been a monumental success. It's either Barcelona or Budapest, one of those two, one of those B cities. But look into the super blocks. Unpopular opinion: having a bowl of ice cream is superior over a cone purely for the soupy melted ice cream left over. It's a trade-off.
That shit does slap.
Yeah, it's a trade-off because on the one hand you get the soup, you get the ice cream soup, but on the other hand, like the crunch of the cone is great. So like it's really, it's what are you in the mood for today?
Especially when you have like a really nice waffle cone.
Yeah. The thing about ice cream is that it's just like there's so many great ways to enjoy it. Like I don't think anything is like better than anything else. It's just sort of what are you in the mood for today,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not, but like, I mean, like, look, you hand me ice cream in almost any container, I'm probably gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Hold on, another ice cream one. Unpopular opinion: Rocky Road ice cream with walnuts is not Rocky Road. I agree.
Yeah.
That's just Rocky Road with walnuts.
Yeah, like Rocky Road should not have walnuts in it.
I like walnuts. I don't like nuts in ice cream.
Yeah.
Very much. Unless it's like those like Bluebell like prepackaged cones that have like the sprinkling of nuts on top and like the hard chocolate shell. That's fine. But like just like spread throughout, I don't like nuts in ice cream very much, no.
Yeah, my mom was obsessed with like mocha almond fudge, and like more power to her, but like I just never liked it.
Yeah. Oh, bro, we should do like an ice cream taste test on the show at some point. I just want
that
ice
would be
cream.
cool.
Yeah. I've thought about we should do a taste test of something at some point. Just get a bunch of flavors of something and have a taste test.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion: mixed nuts has too many peanuts. I think that depends on the brand.
Yeah.
It does depend on the brand.
Yep. I think mixed nuts has too many cashews, but I just fucking hate cashews, so.
I fucking love cashews. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, I fucking adore cashews.
What the fuck?
I can't win today!
No, you can't. Your opinions suck. Like a $3 Filipino whore, they suck. Jesus Christ.
That's gonna be the title. Let's rearrange that somehow.
Your opinions suck like a $3 Filipino whore.
Yeah. Okay, your opinions. I gotta write that down. Kevin, say words.
But yeah, no, it does depend on the manufacturer of whoever's making the mixed nuts. Some of them like make it very cashew heavy, others make it very peanut heavy. You just gotta find a brand that works best for you.
I gotta give Serodin props here. I don't know for sure. This might be the first time the guest has made the title.
I think so.
Yeah. That's high honor, sir.
I'm just that good, man. I'm just that fucking good. You found the right homeless guy to bring on the show.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna clear a space that's gonna get a special place right on the fridge.
It'll go right next to my signed card.
Yeah.
Just like greatest achievements of my life. Got to talk to my Oshi. Also named a Baka Gaijin episode.
Yeah.
Your grandpa was an amazing person, Jimmy. Look at these two accomplishments of his life. Okay,
they
Grandma,
both happened on the same day.
Hey, hopefully, like you're young-ish. Hopefully, you've got many other
I'm an old man inside.
Similarly epic accomplishments in store.
Yeah.
Just keep coming on the show and see how many episodes you can name. It's great,
Oh God, now it's gonna be my goal.
Oh God, no. Zeke, what have you done?
I think
You're
I
not
made a
gonna
better podcast. First of all,
but unlike my VTuber streams, I'm not going to flirt with the host, so I'm never gonna have that one. So
Okay, fair.
you guys are cool and all, but
no.
I'm not. Like I said, I'm the straightest motherfucker.
Yeah.
You'll ever find. So.
I complimented his ass earlier at the top of the show. Didn't even flinch.
Nope. I was like,
no. Another ice cream one. Mint with chocolate chip is the best ice cream flavor there is. It's up there.
I fucking love mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip is fantastic. It is delicious. I wish people would do more than just mint and chocolate sometimes. Like get some walnuts in there. Get some other delicious things in there. Get some nougat in there. Get some caramel in there. Mint and
mint
and caramel might go well together. Not really sure. But mint chocolate chip is pretty good.
Yeah.
My favorite ice cream type is anything with peanut butter and chocolate. Love
Yeah.
Baskin Robbins peanut butter chocolate is absolutely fantastic, as well as anybody living on the East Coast. United Dairy Farmers has a delicious peanut butter and chip.
Goddamn, I want ice cream now.
Thanks,
Red. I always want ice cream, but I can't eat it because it makes me fat.
Oh.
Yeah, but fucking this reminds. I can't because I remember I was telling Kevin. I guess I'll say it on the show. But I
ate. Well, there was one time where I ate like a scoop of ice cream. Like after being on a diet for a while, I ate one scoop of ice cream. After steadily losing weight for like 5 days, and then I immediately went back 5 pounds the next day, and I was like, I ate like a half a pound of ice cream and went up 5 pounds. That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
I'm sure there are other factors.
No, I'm sure there were, but I'm going to blame the ice cream.
That's healthy, I think.
Made by the devil to make us fat, but it's delicious.
Since we're on the ice cream topic, I guess I'll tell the story, Kevin. I told you this already, so you can go ahead and take another nap or whatever. But I am done with the local ice cream place around here, Isla's. I'm done with it. Like, it's like, this is like, the other day, this is like the 5th time I've gone there, and I'm like, can I get a soft serve? No, soft serve machine's not working. It's not operational. And I'm like, you open at 4. It's 4:15. How is it broken already?
It's not. It's just going through its cleaning cycle because some dummy didn't do the cleaning cycle the night before.
It should be done by 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, but if somebody didn't initiate it, it'll go into automatic lockdown.
Yeah, and it's like fucking... I don't care. There are ice cream places that make this shit work, you know? And it's like...
Oh, yeah. I've never gone to a Dairy Queen and they've told me, we don't have ice cream.
That's what I told Kevin. I'm like, Dairy Queen never fucking has this problem, you know?
Yep.
And it's like, you figure it, if it needs a long automated cleaning cycle, you figure it out, you know?
Yeah, figure it out.
But like the other thing is that like they've actually lied to me about this before, where they will tell me over the phone, because I check in advance because it so rarely works. They'll tell me over the phone that they sell soft serve, and then I get there. And then
when I worked at McDonald's, we would get calls like 5 times a day asking if our ice cream machine up, and we would say yes. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm coming to get a shake." I'm like, "All right." Like, trust me, because that's McDonald's legacy is the fucking thing never works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, they've fucking lied to me about it before. And like the fucking soft serve is like the only reasonably priced shit on this menu. And they also got rid of shit from the old owners. So this place used to be like a mob front, but they had better options and better service. And then it got bought out by someone else. And since then, they cut back on options. The prices went up. The fucking staff doesn't seem to know what they're doing. It's like, it's just gotten so much worse. And I don't feel like fucking paying. And the fucking tablet asks me to tip. Why am I tipping? Like, you're just standing at a counter. This is not a restaurant. When do you tip an ice cream person? It's fucking dumb. I'm done going there.
Yeah, no, find a better ice cream place. Grater's also always has like their ice cream. Like, there's a million places you can go to get ice cream that don't suck.
Yeah, but this one's so close though. It's like right around the corner, so it sucks that it's less convenient these days. And they got rid of the marshmallow shake, Kevin. They got rid of the marshmallow shake.
Yeah, you have just been like crestfallen about the lack of the marshmallow shake for ages now.
Anyway, well, that's the ice cream podcast for you. And also the Bakagaijin show. So, thanks for listening. If you want to be part of the show, you can email us at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com, or you can join our official Discord server in the link provided below. We have fun there. You can like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good YouTube things. You can follow us on Twitter at ZeekFreak, at Suchimark, at Jirorar, is it now?
I think it's at Serodin Sedranor, but
Yeah.
you can search my username, whatever,
You'll
in the
find
description.
You'll find it.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, you're smart people. Only smart people listen to us. Clearly. But yes, thank you for listening to the Bakagaijin show. We'll see you next time. Zeke freak out. Ciao for now.